Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the number one chief rock in Knicks University main man, Uncle Freezy. I'm joined by Corey Lee. We call him Mr. Lee. You know what I'm saying? We about to do this Dallas Mavericks versus New York Knicks watch along. I'll call it the best I can. Keep you updated for those of y'all that are listening and not able to watch. I'll do that so you guys can stay up, you stay abreast of what's going on. Right now, from what I see, the Knicks are doing introductions forever. Introductions. New York Knicks forever. Obi topping on the screen. Mitch, Ev, Cam, everybody. So they're doing the introductions and things. Mr. Lee, got a serious question for you.
Hopefully, I got a good answer.
Yeah. I'm not. It's not a complex question. What do you expect from the Knicks in this early matinee game?
Well, we can't blame it on rest because we got plenty of that.
Right.
So, I expect us to come out with a lot of energy today. Hopefully, Mitch does what he did last game. He steps up big because they don't have any bigs that contest him. Stay out of foul trouble early and go hard. I look forward to seeing Jalen Brunson. You know, bring a little. How do you say it? Bring a little something extra just to let them know that you try to shortchange me. Um,
Yeah.
um,
Right.
and I would love to see R.J. Barrett shake up out of this funk.
Okay. 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 So
And,
oh, go ahead, bro.
and one more thing, this is a little homecoming from my man uh Randle. So well, not really a homecoming because we playing at home, but he's playing against his hometown team. So what I'm saying, I want to see the starters pretty much do what they do, and people come off the bench and make themselves be known.
Right. 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 So the starters are announced. It's the same starters for past few games. Brunson, Grimes, RJ, Julius, Mitch.
Mm, beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Same old thing. Let's go.
The same old thing. What I'm expecting and what I'm expecting and what I want are two different things.
Of course.
All right. So the Mavericks are starting Luka, Dinwiddie, Hardaway Jr., Finney Smith, and Dwight Powell.
Mm,
Right. But what I'm expecting and what I want are two different things. What I'm expecting is, from my pessimistic side, is that the Knicks are going to come out a little bit slow
mhm,
in a matinee game because we always do,
mhm.
right? And what I want is for Knicks to come out fast and beat the brakes off a struggling team early.
Yes,
That's what I
I agree.
want.
I concur with that one.
All right. So teams are dapping each other up. Bright lights, big city. Guys are doing their final stretches before the game start. Leg raises. Jalen Brunson, the Dallas Mavericks come out in dark blue unis. The jump ball is won by Mitchell Robinson to tap back to Jalen Brunson. He crosses the timeline, kicks it to Grimes, who gives it to Randle. They run a little read and react. They want to see what's going on. Okay. The lob to Mitch, and Mitch is fouled already.
Mm.
Already. So the Knicks run their favorite play to start a game, and 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 look and after the foul, Luka and Jalen Brunson go to each other and hug and dap each other up again.
Mhm.
There's nothing but love there. Mitchell Robinson gathers the ball for the first of his two free throws. Mitchell Robinson with the orange headband pounds the basketball, black sneakers. The first free throw is up and missed. It's a laser beam off front rim.
Hey, yo.
Mitchell Robinson looks frustrated. He pounds the
I,
ball. The second free throw is up. It's a laser, and it's the same as the first. Laser beam off front
wow.
rim. Luka Doncic with the rebound. Brings it across half. He's being guarded by Grimes. They run, read, and react. Luka gets the screen from Dwight Powell. Kicks it back out to Hardaway Jr. for 3, and it's good. Hey, Adam.
What's good? What's good?
Jalen.
Salute Corey, Freezy.
What's up, Adam, bro? I just talked you up.
Oh, yeah.
Brunson kicks out, Grimes kicks out the ball to Brunson. Julius Randle jab step around the world and in. The Dallas Mavericks lead the New York Knicks 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
Luka with the cross-court pass to Dinwiddie for 3. It's a brick. Brunson with the rebound. A lot of lime green, action green sneakers out here. Jalen Brunson gets the screen. He kicks to, he looks at RJ. The ball is stripped, and it is New York Knicks basketball. Former Knick on the floor, Tim Hardaway Jr.
Mm.
Brunson on the inbound kicks it to Randle. Randle is being guarded by Dwight Powell. RJ around on Dinwiddie is stripped. Kicks to Randle from the corner for 3, and it's Gucci. It's cash money. Julius Randle for 3. Julius Randle with 5 early points. Luka being guarded with Grimes, picks up his dribble, kicks back to Hardaway Jr. Dwight Powell, number 7, with the screen. Luka for 3. It's a brick. And it appears that there's a stoppage. The New York Knicks have a 5-3 lead. Luka inbounds to Tim Hardaway Jr. Gets the ball back in a give and go. Luka picks up his dribble, gives to Hardaway, goes by Brunson, off RJ Barrett with the rebound and the push across the timeline. Randle gets the ball. He is up over Dwight Powell, and it's good again.
Yes, sir.
Randle is hot to start the game. Luka gets the screen from Dwight Powell. The skip pass to Dorian Finney-Smith, picked off by RJ Barrett. Quick reactions by RJ Barrett. He gets the screen from Mitch. RJ Barrett to the bucket, and he's fouled. Spencer Dinwiddie has never committed a foul in his life.
Of course not.
Clyde Frazier in the background as RJ Barrett shoots free throws. The first free throw is up, and it's good. The Knicks take a 8-3 lead over the Dallas Mavericks with 9:31 left to go in the first quarter. RJ's second free throw was up, and it is around the world and in. The Knicks take a 9-3 lead. They're on a 9-0 run. Luka gets the screen, throws to lob to Dwight Powell. Powell jumps over the pack, but he's fouled. Dwight Powell looks like a pretty good athlete. I think he has a reputation for being a pretty good athlete.
Oh, boy. Hey, kid.
Yeah, man. Oh, Jason Kidd, former Knick.
Jason Kidd, former Knick. The second free throw is up and good. The Knicks have a 9-5 lead, working 9-5. Jalen Brunson with the crossover on Finney-Smith. The Brunson burner is wet. The Knicks take an 11-5 lead. And the Knicks absolutely cannot miss. Grimes harassing Luka. Mitchell Robinson from out of nowhere. Brunson brings the ball across half. He kicks to RJ. RJ to the back. Ground to the corner. Oh, they call steps. Slide to the left, y'all. Slide to the right. The referees are really calling that travel a lot. Grimes with the defense at the point of attack. They kick out to number 10, Finney Smith. He throws up a knuckleball. Mitchell Robinson with the rebound. He gives RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett. Grimes for three. God, the Knicks can't miss. The Knicks absolutely cannot miss right now.
Quentin Grimes, 3-point ball.
3-point basket.
What's up, Greeny?
Yo, what's good, y'all?
Salute,
Fire.
Greeny.
I had to turn my cam off because I realized the game was gonna play through the mirror in my room, so I had to cut the cam off. My fault, y'all.
Word, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. No doubt.
So, to let the panel know, there won't be any NBA scores update because all the games are later on. This is the only game on right now. Salute, Dre.
What's up, Dre?
What up, Lee? What up, Adam?
Boss?
What up, Greeny? What up, Freezy? How y'all doing?
What's up, everybody? Salute. Good morning to afternoon to everybody in the panel. Corley, Adam, Dre, Big Uncle Freeze.
This is going to be an awkward conversation with the Mavericks guys if we keep shooting like this.
I'm noticing a theme with Jason Kidd teams, and it's like he has a curse where his teams overachieve the first year. He adds wrinkles to the star player, and they improve in the long haul. But in the second year, he just loses them, and they underachieve, and they might fire him this year.
You don't know how good I felt when I seen Tim Hardaway get to the spot and miss that shot. It felt so good to see that.
It felt like deja vu.
It felt like he was wearing one of our old jerseys.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway bricking in the Garden. What an interesting thought.
The classic Tim Hardaway is the classic Tim Hardaway is he hits his first shot so that it emboldens him to keep shooting all game.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Luka.
So what do y'all think of the start? This little quick start we got going, fellas.
The Knicks are red hot. This is what I was hoping for, but usually in these early matinee games, the Knicks come out flat.
Yeah, what's up? You want to say good afternoon, everybody? Get down, buddy. Say what's up.
There he is. Hey, boss man.
Say what's up, buddy. Say what's up.
Hey, boss man.
It's a good looking young man there.
You say hi.
Hello. Hey, boss. How you doing?
You say, boy. You watching it? You watching the highlights? Well, I'm back, but I don't know about y'all. I gotta cut the can.
Yeah, I'm watching Brunson right now. Ivory 10 was good. Wiz is in the building. So we got the action back. The Mavs have it in the half court. Luka is posting up Quentin Grimes. He puts him down in the post, shoots over Grimes.
Good board.
Dwight Howard grabs a rebound. Dwight Powell, I'm sorry. Mavs for three. Mitch with another rebound. This might be a theme today. Mitchell Robinson dominating the boards. The Knicks are up 14-5. Grimes up top with the ball. Randle directing traffic. Mitch sets the screen. They don't see Mitch cutting. Randle with the midi. Oh, it's off. It's slightly short. All right, Dinwiddie brings the ball across and knocks down the three. Jalen Brunson brings the ball across 17, 27, 25, 24, 23 to go in the first quarter. Brunson weaves, step back, kicks to Grimes. Grimes shoots a brick. that is gathered by Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie sauces, goes around the screen from 7, throws up a floater. Knicks basketball.
Julius Randle, man, he's wide open. Get rid of it. Oh my god, bro.
Jalen Brunson brings it across half, gives it to Mitch. Brunson gets the ball back at the top. Randle sauces. He tries to force it into Mitch, but he had a 3-point shooter wide open on each side of him. He had Grimes on one side, RJ on another, but a turnover is the result. Grimes pesters Luka. Luka with the step back 3. It's off. RJ Barrett with another rebound. RJ goes around the screen. He sauces Dinwiddie. Sauces. Pump fake up and under. RJ Barrett in the post, looking like a 6'6" Karl Malone. Spencer Dinwiddie initiates the offense. Luka up top, cranks up the catapult. A long 3. Dwight Powell kicks it out to 26, who kicks it out to a open 3-point shooter in the corner. Looks like Hardaway Jr. The Knicks lead 16-11. Brunson gets the inbound.
That wasn't a foul, by the way.
Brunson uses the screen. Randle uses the ghost screen. Brunson throws up a prayer. It's off. Hardaway Jr. in the open court gives to Luka, who is fouled by Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, I saw that, Greeny.
Say what? I'm sorry. Would you say, Greeny?
No, he said it wasn't
fouled by Julius.
Okay. Luka Doncic to the line, takes a deep breath, pounds the ball, dark sneakers. The free throw is up, and it is good. Jalen Brunson exits.
What the heck?
Jalen Brunson, does he exit? He exits all the way off the floor. Okay, all right. Luka's free throw is up and good. D Rose gets the inbound. He's being guarded by Finney-Smith. Grimes kicks the ball back to Rose. Quickly stalls the offense, slows it down as usual. Goes to the rim and is fouled on the floor. It's not a foul on the floor. It's a dead ball. It's Dallas Mavericks ball. Luka receives the impound, crosses the timeline, gets to he sauces up Randle.
Jesus.
Mitchell Robinson, gives up the 3 to 42. The defense leaves Luka wide open for 3, and he nails it. The Dallas Mavericks tie the game 16-16. Derrick Rose being guarded by Josh Green, a great young player. Like to see Josh Green. Randle for 3. It's off. Quickly for 3. Pump fakes, resets. It's good. Quickly. Cash Monday.
Come on, man. Wow.
Luka for 3. They call a foul on Quickly when Quickly was absolutely mugged. But then again, NBA players never commit fouls.
Let's go. I like this energy from the Knicks. That's all I'm gonna
say. Luka's not fair.
All right, somebody got the game. Somebody got the game plan. Somebody, man, y'all.
My bad. That's me. My bad. I mean. I'd like sometimes I forget to mute before I unmute myself. It's like 2 things that I do at the same time. My bad.
Yeah. All right, so the Knicks take a 21-16 lead. Luka surveys the defense, turns the corner, kicks it out to the green kid. The green kid gives it back to Luka. This green kid is an excellent young player. This green kid came out in the Obi Toppin draft. Quickly up top, gets the screen from Hartenstein, kicks it out to Rose, gives it to Randle in the post. They double team immediately. He kicks it back out to Rose, who wasn't ready to shoot. Rose has to force up a.
I don't understand what these refs call. Like they don't call a hip check when we dribble, but they'll call it when Doncic dribbles. Like be consistent.
Yeah. And Derrick Rose, before that, with 5 seconds left on the clock, had to be prepared to shoot, and he wasn't. And that's how we get into this situation. Veterans with poor fundamentals. Derrick Rose not ready to be a basketball player when he received the basketball with 5 seconds left on the clock. Luka brings the ball across half. Grimes slips the screen, switches on. Randle switches on to Luka. Randle with the good defense. They kick out. Grimes on 42. No foul is called there. Quickly gets the ball in transition. The Knicks look to build on a 3-point lead. They give it to Randle in the post on Luka. Okay, foul on the floor on Luka. And we have a stoppage in play. The Knicks are up 21-18. Go ahead, guys. Y'all do your thing, man.
Horrible. That foul on quickly was horrible.
We relaxed too. Like we relaxed. We got up the lead and then we started inching right back. Like our offense kind of bogged down a bit. That's something I don't like to see. And
hey, Dre,
go ahead.
What we miss here? You know what we miss here? When one dude is cooking, we have no action on the back side of the floor.
Facts.
We always stop and let somebody cook. And I saw that as soon as when Randle was 3 for 3, I saw RJ take a shot, go to the rim. And immediately the first thing I thought was, if Randle is cooking, why does RJ take over right there and look for his own shot? And then Brunson came down after RJ hit a shot, and Brunson took a shot. And then after that, Julius Randle missed his next 2 shots.
We don't really even draw up easier looks. Like we don't even draw up back doors or anything like that. Like all of our shots have to be contested. It seems like we have to grind out our shots compared to other teams. They might get the odd back door or the odd like lob in the middle of like read and react offense, and we don't even do that. We don't get the lob in the read and react offense. We have like a predetermined read that we're going to go for a play to throw the lob. Like when Brunson did the first play of the game, that was a part of the script. They wanted to get that lob going the first time because Brunson rarely ever throws lobs to Mitch.
Right. It's a play we run often. We run that play at the start of every game. But most of the time, that play, though, RJ Barrett is the weaver that goes to the basket and looks to get that thing to Mitch.
Yeah,
but
so
after that, you don't see it anymore.
Yeah, you can tell that it's strictly scripted. Like you try to run this read and react offense without like easier options on the back end, which is strange.
Hey, look at this. Former Knicks games played with New York: Hardaway, Ntilikina, Bullock, Kemba, and Theo Pinson. And for those keeping track, Kemba Walker is already out day to day.
Who would have thunk?
All right, so we're back. Derrick Rose is Randle 3. It's a brick. Josh Green, keep an eye out for this kid, Josh Green. He's going to be something.
Goaltending.
The play ahead to Randle. They give Randle the basket. Actually, he earned it, but things are what they are, you know. That was a great play on the other end by Hartenstein, and a great lead pass by Derrick Rose going right on the left-handed pass. Luka turns the corner, kicks to 42, who puts the ball on the floor. Green gets it back. He muscles up quickly. The ball's tapped away. They kick it out to Luka. Grimes on Luka. Grimes on Luka. Grimes on Luka. Luka with the brick, quickly with the rebound. He looks to push. Guards spread out. Good fundamental. Inside to Hartenstein. Hartenstein is mugged. Nobody calls 911. Luka brings the ball. He sauces up Randle. Randle pulse. He kicks out to number 0-0 for 3. They don't trust it. The Knicks zone up the penetration. Great defense by the Knicks. Hartenstein deflects the ball. Randle with it up top. Randle is fouled on the floor. He's dapped up by quickly.
Great defense, Hartenstein.
And Julius Randle with the smart defense on Luka. On Luka pump fake, and Randle put his hands straight up. Reggie Bullock enters the game. Randle makes the first free throw. Reggie Bullock whispers something to, and they cut to Kemba Walker on the bench in street clothes. Imagine that. Kemba Walker in street clothes. Randle's second free throw is up and money. Luka with 1:30 left to go in the first quarter. He gets a screen from 8. They kick out to 0-0. Beware of number 8. Number 8, it has been a very hot three-point shooter. 42 with the catapult. It's a brick. It's ball quickly hustles to the ball. Randle. Sauces goes to the rim. Randle is hot.
He killing them.
Buy one, get one free. Julius Randle.
He killing them.
Killing them. Killing them. Randle with the buy one, get one free from quickly. Power forwards in this league cannot guard Julius Randle.
Not if he's hot.
The free throw is up and good. The Knicks take a 10-point lead on the Dallas Mavericks.
Oh my God! Breakout.
The Knicks look to trap Luka, but they can't. They kick out to Green, the guy I said be aware of. He shoots the brickiest of all bricks you've ever seen in a brick forever. Randle turns the corner. He's being guarded by Green. Here comes the double team. Randle kicks it to Rose for the floater, and it's Gucci. It's good. The Knicks take a 12-point lead with 38, 37, 36, 35, 34. Luka kicks the ball out. Green with a behind-the-back dribble. He kicks it to 0-0 in the post. He barrels his way inside for the basket.
Quentin.
Rose brings the ball across the floor. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Grimes with the reverse flip shot layup with 2 minutes to go. Let's go, Grimes. Luka throws up a prayer. And what?
No good. No good. No good.
What? Okay. Luka Doncic makes a shot from 77 feet.
It is no bueno.
I never seen Frank do that move.
65 feet.
That's a heck of a shot by Luka.
And it doesn't count, but it lets you know that this kid is magic.
Yeah, but the Knicks played a very good defense on Luka in the first
I,
quarter.
I've seen I've seen this story before where we jump out to hot starts and then, but on the contrary though, usually when we get hot starts, the other team is also hot. It's just that we were like against OKC, you scored 47 and they scored 35 or something like that. In this game, their offense is our defense is actually better in this game.
Right.
But
Just know that Luka didn't have a good first quarter, but just know he's going to turn it up.
And Luka's on
yeah,
pace to take 36 shots.
Yes. Yes,
And
I've noticed that.
also the Dallas Mavericks got a lot of open threes off Luka passes, and they're 5 for 16.
yeah, they're like a very one-dimensional team outside of Luca. Like there's a lot of guys that can't do more than one thing. They can't pass, dribble, and shoot. They can just shoot, or they can just pass, or they can just dribble. And it's like a fundamental flaw with their roster. Like they're expecting Luca to carry all the weight all the time,
Right.
and I don't think that's fair to his skill set. That's not fair to any superstar, to be to be absolutely honest. They have Reggie Bullock out there, and we know he can't dribble or pass.
And just to make you laugh, we were in Atlanta, Georgia, and the Knicks were getting throttled by the Hawks in game 4 of the playoffs.
Yeah,
And the Knicks were down by 7. And we got a deflection and a Derrick Rose threw a kick out pass to Reggie Bullock. And
oh,
he was on
the travel, right?
he was on the other side of the floor by himself. There was not an Atlanta Hawk within 50 feet of him. And he caught the ball and took 13 steps.
Jesus
No
Christ.
dribble. And when the ref blew the whistle, the ref started laughing. Reggie Bullock started laughing too. The action's back on. All right. Dinwiddie is on the floor. He kicks to 44. Dinwiddie turns the corner on Cam. The pass to Green in a corner is a bad one. Obi, Cam with the blown dunk. Clearly he was fouled. They don't call a thing. Bertans looks to get open for 3. Bertans with the push screen. Rose, you got to get on keep. Okay. The Mavericks hit a 3. They get a 3 from Dinwiddie. I like Derrick Rose. I'm trying to figure things out though. Hartenstein with the screen. Quickly with the amazing post move to get himself free.
Mm.
Dinwiddie, okay.
Mm.
Hartenstein with the rebound. The kick out to Obi in the open court. Obi to the basket, finessing, and is fouled. He's going to the free throw line for free throws. Obi's first free throw is up and good.
Money.
Obi's second free throw is around the world and in. Cam Reddish on Dinwiddie. You can't turn the corner on Cam. I don't think people can turn the corner on Cam Reddish. The foul was called, but it's because of incidental contact.
That was weak.
Yeah. And Cam Reddish today goes without the headband. And that means Cam Reddish is going to score 15 points. Bertans for 3. It is off. Hartenstein with another rebound. Quickly with the crosses the timeline. He turns the corner. He kicks it to Rose for 3. This should be wet. It's not. Hartenstein. Obi is hurt. Randle goes to Obi, pats him on the rump, tell him, hey man, get up, big boy, you be okay. Brunson back on the bench. Hartenstein up top.
Why he didn't shoot that?
Quickly. He's being guarded by Josh Green. Can't turn the corner on Green. Hartenstein directing traffic. Puts the ball. Hartenstein put the ball on the floor. Hartenstein, a 7-foot, 250 center, puts the ball on the floor. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, I am shocked. Josh Green goes to the rim and is fouled by Hartenstein. Hartenstein grabbed a rebound over Bullock. They show the replay. Obi still struggling. The Knicks are on top of the Dallas Mavericks, 38-23 with 9:56 left to go.
Okay.
Josh Green's first free throw is around the world and enters Jalen Brunson. I knew Tibbs was going to yank Derrick Rose first chance he got. I knew it. I could see it coming. Josh Green's free throw is good. Quickly with the inbound pass on Josh Green. Same draft class. Quickly sets the offense. He gets the screen from Hartenstein.
And one. What?
Obi with the ball to Cam. Cam to the basket. Cam Reddish has superior quickness and athletic ability than the Mavericks wing players. Hartenstein exits, breathing hard. Finney Smith for 3. It's a brick. Reggie Bullock with a rebound. Dallas Mavericks ball. Former New York Knick Reggie Bullock inbounds to Bertans for 3. It's a brick. Mitchell Robinson skies in like a pterodactyl for the rebound. Gives it to Brunson. Brunson around Bullock. Obi for 3. He kicks out to quickly with the fake to Cam Reddish. Dallas Mavericks ball. Tom Thibodeau loses his mind, but he won't use his review. This may be the game, Tom Thibodeau. The fans are laughing at Tibbs. The fans are laughing at Tibbs as that's the most active you've seen Tom Thibodeau maybe ever. You've never seen Tom Thibodeau that animated before. There's a stop in action. Is this Greeny? Is this a tech on Tibbs?
Yep. Yeah, that ball hit Reddish last.
Yeah. Reggie Bullock hits the free throw. Tom Thibodeau was wrong. But okay. You can see the veins in Tibbs' neck. He's still huffing and puffing. Dinwiddie being guarded by Reddish. He slips the screen. Mitch steps out on Dinwiddie. Cam sinks back into to the post for weak side D. Good weak side D, but Dinwiddie gets it to go. Brunson brings it across half. 8:36, 8:35, 8:34, 8:33. Kicks to Cam Reddish for 3. It's way short. It's way short. Tom Thibodeau cannot control himself. Dinwiddie brings the ball across half. Luka's been on the bench for quite some time. He's being guarded by Mitch. Mitch gives up the three. It's in and out. Obi with the rebound. Obi looks to push. Obi pushes. Obi pushes. Obi's fast. He gives to Cam. Cam turns the corner but loses the ball. The Knicks are sloppy right now. Reggie Bullock to the rim. He misses. Reggie Bullock misses a layup. What else is new? Quickly for three. It's off. Tibbs is definitely going to sub here. Somebody's coming out of this game right now. It's probably Cam. Number 10 is up. Reggie Bullock for three. This should be money, and it is. The New York Knicks 15-point lead is cut to 7. Brunson and the Knicks call a timeout.
And this is the
Well,
problem.
that should have been Nick Ball.
This is the problem with the Knicks. Every time the Knicks take a 10-point lead, 12, 14, they can't sustain it. They start missing shots, and then
Adam,
the
basketball
team
is a
makes
game of runs. Basketball is a game of runs. That's basketball, brother. Gotta be able to withstand the storm.
The thing is, you're supposed to pummel that team when Luka's out the game, and we didn't.
Yep. Agreed, Dre. I agree with you, bro.
When Luka's out the game, you're supposed to get that lead to 20, and then Luka will come back and probably chop it back down to 10. But now it's an underneath 10, and Luke for what we know about Luka, at any point he can just shift the whole dynamic of the game, the whole pace of the game, and make it his game at any point. So you have to take advantage of the times he's not out there because he plays a ton of minutes.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. The Knicks is sloppy right now, but that's what it's a game of runs. Gotta take advantage.
And two, what I would say too is this. The small details for those of us that played like basketball at say another level. Let's say past, say like for the cats that played basketball past 9th grade or played sports past 9th grade, 10th grade. The fundamental things that coaches teach you. Y'all remember those drills you used to do in the gym? And so I see the Knicks' lack of doing those type things. Like when somebody is double teamed, another player is casually going towards the double teamer instead of racing there, being ready to make a basketball option, a basketball play. And while on the surface, it looks like, the person double team should be doing something. But just imagine if you were double teamed, just imagine if you were getting mugged, saying by two people, how could you react to that? Right? You would want your homeboy or whoever to come and help you right away. And I hate to put it in those type of terms, but that's the way you have to kind of think about it. Like you can't blame Randle for the double team and being slow out of it when he has nobody to pass to and he has no live ball dribble left.
I want to say, Freezy, before the game starts, this is when you see role players do things that are out of themselves when they pick up confidence. And we're giving a lot of these role players confidence, and I don't want we'll see some out of character things. Right? Yeah.
Okay. All right. RJ Barrett to the basket. He throws up a brick off a layup. It's a 4-footer, but it's missed. Dinwiddie brings the ball back. He kicks to a Maverick for three. It's a long break, but Dinwiddie, amongst three Knicks, grabs a rebound. Dinwiddie cooks. They kick out to 42. 42 puts the ball on the floor and kicks it to, doesn't matter, Obi with the rebound. Pushes. Obi attacks the rim, throws up a brick, but it's good to see Obi attacking the rim. 11 for the Mavericks, pushes. The fundamental play, he kicks off of Dinwiddie for three. Dinwiddie shoots a brick, but number 10 grabs a rebound amongst four Knicks. The Mavs throw up a three-pointer right there and miss. Watch this theme, y'all. Mavericks rebounding, one Mav in between four Knicks. Brunson gets the screen. Brunson for three. It is in and out. Dinwiddie all the way to the basket and the foul. Obi gambled in transition. But Obi gambled in transition, but his teammates have to pick up his back. His team has to have his back. Randle re-enters. Dinwiddie, 10 points, 4 of 9 shooting, 2 for 5. Spencer Dinwiddie with 6 rebounds. Dinwiddie cuts the lead to 4 with 6-17, 6-16, 6-15, 6-14, 6-13. Brunson crosses the timeline, read and react. They get it back to Brunson. Brunson being guarded by Bullock. RJ Barrett posts up a man that's 4 inches taller than him. With the mini, he misses. His I forget what you call it, but Hardaway Jr. gets the rebound and pushes it. But the guy RJ Barrett replaced as a shooting guard wing player in New York, Tim Hardaway Jr., kicks a pass. Dallas keeps the game crispy. Right? RJ Barrett grabs the team rebound.
And
they
one.
spread the floor. RJ Barrett to the basket. The prayer is answered, and buy one, get one free for RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett being crafty, going against another guy he replaced in New York in Reggie Bullock. RJ Barrett with the craftiness at the rim. RJ Barrett's chance to get a free. It is in and out. So it's buy one, get a chance. Luka brings the ball in. He's being guarded by RJ. And looks like Mavericks basketball. Luka with the inbound. He's bumped. The referee waves it off. The foul is on the floor. Hardaway Jr. is like, man, I don't get any fouls. And you know what? Hey, you know what, TSJ? You hadn't ever been getting calls. As I look at Tim Hardaway Jr., I thought it was CP the franchise. I thought it was Knicks Fan TV wearing number 11. Okay.
Oh.
Randle with a good defense on Dinwiddie, they call a foul. Randle moving his Randle does have lateral quickness. Where is this defensive intensity all the time from Randle, though? If we can get consistent defense from Randle, Randle would be a great NBA player. Dinwiddie breaks the first because ball don't lie. Dinwiddie, the second free throw is up and it is good. The Knicks are going small ball. You see Randle and Obi at the same time. Okay.
The Knicks don't believe in boxing out, though.
They don't.
Okay, not with this unit. Randle for 3. It's a UFO by Randle. Clearly that ball slipped out of his hand.
A broken backboard got his wings.
Hardaway gets the rebound, over 2 Knicks. The lead is cut to 3. Just like what Dre said, when Luka enters the game, Brunson throws up a brick, but he's fouled. Quentin Grimes helps him up off the floor. Would love to see some Quentin Grimes assert himself right now. But I think he may have hit his ceiling. He hit his 5 points, so we may not see another basket from Grimes. Brunson to the free throw line. The free throw is up, and it is off. Mitch re-enters for someone.
That's a great question.
Brunson's second attempt is up, and it is around the world and in. The Knicks lead a low-scoring affair of 41-37. Luka
Right.
dices, slices, cooks, kicks out to 10 for 3, and it's good. The Mavericks cut the lead to 1. The Knicks lead 41-40. Brunson holds his pivot and says something to the ref. He sauces up Hardaway Jr., 2 teammates. He throws a bad pass picked off by Luka. Luka, RJ, throw the lob. Somebody there you go. Unselfish play at the other end. The Knicks lead 43-40. Way to give the ball up, RJ and Julius, to play team ball. Grimes rips Luka on the rip through. Throws a lob to Mitchell Robinson can jump. Mitchell Robinson can jump out of the gym, but Mitchell Robinson can't jump out the atmosphere.
That lob was way too high.
And Brunson knows it. Brunson knows, and not you, Adam, but I'm talking to myself. Brunson knows that was a bad pass. Luka on Grimes. He kicks out to 42, who kicks to 26. Hardaway Jr. for 3. He's fouled by Mitch and 1. And Brunson goes to him immediately and says, say, no, keep doing that. We need Mitch to close out on those 3-point shooters. That's been a chink in his armor. Hardaway is especially in shape. Free throw is Hardaway Jr. with the brick. Randle with the rebound in a tie game. The Dallas Mavericks are on a 20-5 run. The Knicks read and react. Same result. They get the screen from Mitch, Brunson, and Quentin Grimes scored. Wow. I can tell my children that Quentin Grimes scored 7 points and 1/2. Luka. Saucing. Grimes with the excellent defense. They call foul. Grimes with the excellent defense. The Knicks lead 45-43. 2:40 left to go in the half. So what are y'all thinking? Hey, Dre, what are you thinking right now?
I'm thinking. Hold on, let me mute. I'm thinking. We failed to keep some distance between us and the Mavs while Luka was out, and now their role players have confidence like Tim Hardaway.
Okay.
And for as much grief as we give Tim Hardaway, once he gets going, he's hard to stop.
Yeah.
It's just the problem is when he's cold, he just doesn't know when to not stop shooting.
Like he doesn't have a thermometer. He doesn't have a thermometer.
Exactly.
He doesn't know when he's hot or cold. We judge him. We have to tell him, "Hey, bro, you cold." Or,
Yeah,
"Hey,
and
bro."
we let Spencer Dinwiddie dictate a lot of the pace of the game, similarly to how Luka did when Luka was out of the game. Like Spencer Dinwiddie was getting foul calls, he was getting to the rim, he was finishing, and that slowed us down, and then our offense just bogged down. Like we were taking the ball out of the hoop, which like for a team like us, we need to take advantage of transition opportunities. And when we're taking the ball out of the rim, every time we're taking the ball out of the rim off of free throws, it's just allowing the other team to get back in the game.
Right. I'm gonna throw a number at you too, just real quick, y'all. The leading rebounders in this game: Spencer Dinwiddie with 6, Tim Hardaway Jr. with 4. No Knick has more than 3 rebounds.
That's not good. stepped it up on that part.
Well, yeah, like the Mavs play a lot of 5 out, so we're gonna get a lot of long rebounds. We need to capitalize and get those boards as a unit, not just one big. Which our problem is a lot of the time is we rely on one big to be the rebounder, which is not good. We don't box out as a team. Oh,
Exactly. That's one fundamental that's very much lost in the league, especially on the Knicks.
Right. Right. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do like the fact that the Knicks have come out in a 12 o'clock matinee game with some sort of energy. But Luka Doncic goes to the line. Luka Doncic is not in NBA shape. He does not have an NBA body. Do you need one? Probably not. Luka's first free throw was up and good. He's excited, goes daps up his guys. Luka Doncic right now looks like a shrunken down Jokic. The second free throw is up and good. We have a tie game. Jalen Brunson brings the ball across the timeline. This cat, Dorian Finney-Smith, will guard any New York Knick we have on the roster. Jalen Brunson throws a bad pass, but retrieves it.
When I said that ball, I'm gonna mention something.
Okay. Brunson with the kiss off the glass. Luka sauces up Rose. Luka with the Euro fadeaway. It looked good off his hands. It's short. RJ Barrett is ripped clean by Dinwiddie. RJ Barrett throws up a circus layup, not looking, and it is perfection. Too bad it didn't count.
I know.
Yeah, but that basket don't count.
Yeah.
A lot of the Eastern European dudes are not cut up. I don't know if it's a biological thing, but it's like hard for them to get cut. They have grown man strength underneath the uncut body, but it's almost like they're all built like RJ. That's really what it is. They have muscle mass, but they just can't really get cut like that.
Right. I think they probably work on skills more than physical workouts. But the New York Knicks have a 4-point lead, 49-45, with 153, 152, 151, 150 left to go in the first half. Luka throws a lob to Kiba, and I honestly did not even see the threat of the lob there. Luka Doncic has uncanny passing and vision. The Knicks run a double screen. Mitch cuts to the hole. They don't even look at Mitch. Brunson for three, and that's why. Splash. The Knicks take a 5-point lead. 52-47. The kick out to Hardaway. Kiba for three. Splash. And the Mavs are back within two with 109, 108, 107 to go.
Indeed.
The Knicks have taken 29 3-pointers in this half.
No, that was Dallas. Oh,
I'm sorry, Dallas. Yeah. Dallas has taken 29 threes. Randle, wet. Randle is a certified bucket.
Today he looks like a Rasta man.
Jaman. Luka to the rim. Randle with the rebound. Randle with the burst out of traffic. Nobody is open. RJ for three. Oh, it's a brick. Randle with the rebound in traffic. He's mugged, gets fouled. Julius Randle. I don't know what Juju is doing with his hair, but if he's playing like this every night, I don't care.
That hairstyle actually matches him.
Yeah. Julius Randle has 16 points. Yeah, hey, you're right, Greeny. Hey, Julius Randle knocks down the first. And Josh Green is back. An excellent young player. Bouncy, team-oriented player. The Knicks the kids at the game, the Knicks fans are so excited they'll dap up anybody. They just dapped up a Dallas Maverick.
The person here, now that you say you're talking about the hair, the person here that's not matching his body in this game is the Tank. He's out here with the Jalen Brunson twist. Like what is the Tank doing with the Brunson twist?
Yeah. Box twist. Yeah. So the fake double on Luka, 14 seconds left to go. Luka in the paint. The layup is good. Luka is a machine. They give it to Randle. Randle brings it across half because Dallas pressed. Randle for 3.
Money.
It's good. It's good. Randle gives the New York Knicks a 7-point lead going into the half. Hardaway Jr. off the backboard. Boom. It's a brick. The Knicks go into halftime with a single-digit lead, and they are impressive. All I have to say about Randle is, mama, there goes that man.
The disparity in the three-point attempts might catch up to us if they get hot, though. That's one thing I will say. They've taken almost double as many threes as we've taken.
Right.
So, like,
right.
at some
the
point,
more
if
than
they
double,
get hot, at some point, if they get hot, it doesn't matter how well we shoot from 2.
Right.
Yeah,
So we gotta stick to the shooters and try to run them off the line. I'd rather live with them taking contested mid-range shots or contested shots at the rim than open threes.
Okay.
The Knicks find a way to escape with a 7-point lead in the half.
I think the Knicks are finally realizing that they're not a good 3-point shooting team. Even though that they feel like they can probably be better, they finally realize that it's not going down, and they just cut down the volume of their 3-point shots.
Hey, let me just real quick. Let me give Adam. Adam, I know we don't have any NBA scores, but I want to give you your moment. Usually, we give you like two or so minutes of free time, just all yours. What are you thinking right now?
What I think about the game so far?
Right.
Well, the Knicks had a good first quarter, but the second quarter was kind of shaky. I felt that the Knicks should have had a 20-point lead at the half. Overall, I think Julius is playing good. You can tell Brunson wants to beat his former team. Who else? Quentin Grimes. He's got to do better on defense. He's playing a lot from behind. Like a couple of plays, Quentin Grimes was playing behind Luka Doncic, and he took the ball all the way to the hoop.
Right.
I haven't seen too much action from Cam Reddish. Quickly, he's got to keep shooting that ball behind the 3-point line. We need more 3-pointers. We're going to try to beat the Mavs. RJ, he doesn't look too bad. He's got to keep attacking the rim with his shots. And overall, I would say a pretty good first half for the Knicks. Although they should have had more than 7-point lead, but it was pretty good team effort in the first half.
Okay.
Waiting on the first half. As soon as I see the first half stats, I will.
I mean, I can get you the
share
stats,
it with y'all.
but I could send you a link. Hold on, I'm gonna drop a link right now, Adam, so you can
No
read the stats. Hold on, I'm gonna put it in the private chat. Hold on, give me 1 second.
You mean team stats? Are you talking about team stats?
Yeah, the MSG shows both first half stats of both teams.
I can do the team stats, bro. It ain't a problem.
Okay, no problem.
All right. So the New York Knicks lead the Dallas Mavericks 59-52. Julius Randle with 21. RJ Barrett with 10, Grimes with 7, Brunson on 5 shots has 8. Mitchell Robinson has not scored and only has 3 rebounds. The key Dallas Mavericks, of course, Dinwiddie, Luka, Hardaway, but you knew that coming in, right? The Mavericks are 9 of 30 from 3. Expect them to shoot more threes, right? Dallas is shooting 33.3% from the floor. The Knicks are shooting 55.3% from the floor on 21 of 38 shooting. Expect the Knicks to take more shots from the floor. The Knicks have only taken 14 threes, and they're shooting 35.7% from 3, and that's an improvement on what they normally do. If you look at what team stat stands out the most, you don't see a glaring one aside from 3-point shots, right? Everything else is mostly even, except for points in the paint. The Knicks have 26 points in the paint. The Mavs have 14 points in the paint. But you knew that's a tale of identity. The Mavs are a perimeter team, 5 out. The Knicks want to score in the paint.
Yeah, man. So yeah, pretty good first half, I would say.
Right.
Like Knicks should have they should have way more than 7 points at the half. But we'll see how the Knicks respond in the second half. And it's a shame we are not gonna have this guy tell you guys the NBA scores update because this is the only game on right now.
Them.
That's a shame.
Right.
That's the only thing I don't like too much about Knicks game at 12:30 because we're the only game on. I like the Knicks on when there's 10 other games on, so I can give these scores update.
Fans of the NBA, let me kick it to Lee real quick. Lee, so what are you thinking? Lee is away. Dre, what was the point that you were trying that you wanted me to recognize?
I forgot already. I'm not gonna hold you.
Oh, geez,
Forgot.
we're getting older. We're getting old around here.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Greeny said that his haircut match. Well, his hairstyle matches Randle. Usually, football players are the ones that play with locks, and Randle does play like a football player a lot of the time, so it might fit. Plays a lot of bully ball. But his finesse game has shown up today. His jumper's been hitting outside of that one brick. I'm trying to.
Okay.
Well, what do you expect to see in the second half? Like as far as adjustments. Well, from the other team because the other team usually adjusts to us, not the other way around.
In this case, what I expect to see is more rub screens to get Grimes off of Luka. Right now, Luka cannot get past Quentin Grimes' excellent perimeter defense. Right?
Yeah, yep. The only thing that Luka can do for the most part is back him down, but that's easier to counter as far as a help defense. Even though
Right.
Luka can like find the open man, it's not as it doesn't provide as much stress on your defense as compared to Luka facing up 30 feet away from the rim rather than posting up. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. And it takes away
there's
Luka's 3-ball. It takes away Luka's 3-ball also.
exactly. So it's he's at least Grimes is making it difficult on him on the perimeter and forcing him into the post more. Because those two strips, like Luka's shooting. What is Luka shooting? He's not shooting very well right now. Like his percentage at least.
But he'll have games like that. He'll have halves like that. Luka's 3 of 11, 1 for 5 from 3.
Yeah, he'll have halves like that, and then it'll take like a 6-minute span where he just makes up for all of that. And his percentages just look normal.
Right. And in case y'all hadn't noticed, Luka only took 2 shots in the second quarter.
Yep. Like he
One
came
of them
back
was a
in and
three.
then yeah, he came back in and like he was, I guess, focused. Well, like we were shifting our defense to him, so he was trying to rely on his role players to generate easier looks off of his attention that he draws. Like there
Right.
was a few times where Tim Hardaway got an assist because he made the extra pass because of so much of the defense shifting towards Luka. So I mean, it's the right read from Luka to just give up the ball at some point, but
Right.
he'll take over at some point in this game, whether it
He'll
be
take over.
immediately out of the third or in the fourth. Some point he'll put his imprint if the game is close enough.
Right.
Plus, Luka wants his numbers too. So
Hey, fellas, let me step away for a minute because I got to take care of something. I'll be right back, Breezy.
All right, boss. We here.
All right.
All right. All right. I'm gonna just pull him down, and then he can wave at me when he's ready. Right. Greeny, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So what do you expect from the Knicks the rest of the way?
in this game,
Yeah, I'm just
If they
I'm
could
just
just,
asking Greeny because me and you
oh,
already
yeah, it's Green.
kind
My
of
bad.
touched
they
on
could,
it. Yeah, I'm asking Greeny. Yeah.
if they could just continue to keep closing out on the 3-point shooters like they've been doing, Dallas started shooting the ball well in the second quarter. But I think if the Knicks can revert back to that first quarter and get them back in that kind of funk where they can't really knock down those shots and close out on the basket and make sure you get the rebounds, I think we'll be fine because I don't think Dallas is stopping us getting to the paint. I don't think they're gonna stop us getting to the paint. So we just gotta keep closing out on their shooters and making sure we keep making them putting it on the ground, like Dre was saying. We just keep making them put it on the ground, make it tough for them. Because I don't see anybody really getting in the paint and getting a bucket every time. We already seen Mitchell Robinson come over a couple times and get some sneaky blocks and Hartenstein as well. So I think if we just stay solid, stay on our feet, use our brain and not our feet, we'll be good.
Right. Right. Um, Dre, you wanted to add something?
I was gonna say, what was I gonna say? What I expect in the second half, we need to find a way to pivot to consistent offense if Randle doesn't come out hot like he did in the first half. Like, like if Randle's shot isn't falling like it did in the first half, we need to get Brunson more downhill and generate better looks from three. Because like even if we're not a great 3-point shooting team, we still need to take more than 14 threes. If the other
Right.
team is shooting 30 and a half, you still need to generate enough offense to keep us ahead. So I think we
What do
need
you
to
think?
focus more on a lot more drive and kick as well. Even though like RJ needs to hit a three, but he only took one in the first half, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see.
Right. All right. It was a brick too, by the way. But let me ask you this.
Big bird.
I got two, well, maybe three things. So for one, I hadn't been contacted by the Mavericks guys yet. So whenever they give us the thing, so Lawrence to his family, what'll happen is at the end of this, we'll continue to rock. Greeny and I mean not Green, I'm sorry. Dre and myself will step away. So Dre, they'll probably expect us to be on cam. If you got an issue with it, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? We can, you our guy, right? So whether
Yeah.
so if you don't, that's fine. I can rock by myself. If you do, that's fine. Come over and rock with us. Either way, there's no indictment, right? You
Got you.
you our guy. You our guy. You Lawrence Tears. So you know what I'm saying? Ain't no
I would do it if I
two
had a better camera, but like I have like a front facing camera on this laptop and it looks like it's looking up my nostrils. So
right.
it's not like a good viewer experience for people who want to see me. So I might have to
No,
do it on my cell phone, which is
no,
it's
no.
kind of awkward. Yeah, so
Either way, we still you still good money with us,
yeah,
right? But um two, every time we see the 5-out offense, it looks disjointed, just like we're watching right now.
yeah,
When teams run the 5-out against us, it looks disjointed,
We
right?
we we attempt to junk it up
Right.
a lot of the times because
But
we
but Knicks fans,
yeah.
but Knicks fans would prefer for us to run a lot of this. And so what I'm saying to basically what I'm getting at with Knicks fans is this the kind of offense you want to see us run every night? That's
that
what I'm asking.
that kind of offense only works greatly when you have generational talents like a LeBron or a Giannis or a Luka.
Luka, yeah, a Devin
Like
Booker type.
yeah, like
Oh,
you need a guy that can have the ball in his hands and completely dominate the game, whether
right,
interior wise or from the perimeter at all times. If you
right,
don't have that, it just looks bad. It
right.
looks very bad because
Where
we seen
everybody
we
can
seen
dribble, pass, and shoot.
we've seen other teams run five out. Like remember the Brooklyn Nets from a few years ago where they
Yeah,
did five out offense, but they took a disproportionate amount of three pointers because they didn't have a dominant interior threat or a dominant ball
right.
handler. So they never
And
got easy looks.
long rebounds take centers out of the game.
Exactly.
So yeah. They had that combination of a ton of 6'4" to 6'9" guys, long athletes, long wingspans, good
Yeah.
athletes. I mean, along
The
with
game is
Kyrie,
back,
but
please.
Kyrie is special. Okay, all right, and we back. Luka brings the ball across half. He's being smothered by Grimes. Grimes around the screen like a magician. Then Willie up top on RJ. He sauces up RJ, goes to the rim. It's blocked by Mitchell Robinson. I think they call goal 10 right there. Yep, they call goal 10 right there. Mitch takes the ball out. Brunson sauces Finney Smith. Read and react again. Run the same play they ran in the start. They give to RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett bullies, kicks out to Randle for three, and it's short. RJ with the rebound. RJ Barrett with a floater. RJ, that's as good as a bucket for us. The three Mavs in the paint. RJ Barrett stopped short and put up a floater. Dallas for three. It's off. Randle chases down the rebound just to keep the live action going. Mitch is hacked inside. They don't call it. His wrists are right, but Mitch gets back on defense and doesn't complain. Dallas for three. It's off. RJ Barrett saves the rebound, gives to Brunson. Randle walks into the pass, sauces up Dwight Powell. Dwight Powell's too small. Randle stripped. Oh, Randle with a bad pass there. And it's not because the intended recipient was RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett didn't come to the pass. One guy defending two people. Dre, that's the thing. One guy defending two people. The thing I've been telling Knicks fans for a long time. We need better spacing. RJ Barrett lumbers down. Quentin Grimes sets a screen for Jalen Brunson. Grimes for three. It's a brick proportions. Dallas Mavericks ball. Mitchell Robinson gets back. Luka brings the ball across half. He goes around Mitch and straight to the basket. The New York Knicks have a 59-56 lead. Brunson sauces, goes into traffic, kicks out to Randle for three. RJ Barrett for three. It's a brick. Finney Smith kicks to the corner for Dinwiddie. It is off. Grimes with the rebound. Hardaway Jr. is hurt. Randle for three. Splash. Luka is visibly upset. Luka brings it up. He calls the play. Play number one. Like Dre and I talked about, they rub screen off. They rub Grimes off Luka. Hardaway for three. Brunson sauces. Three is good. The Knicks have a 65-59 lead. 8:41, 8:51, 8:50. Oh, this is their adjustment out of the half, Dre. Mr. Dre, this is their adjustment out of the half. Just like what you mentioned, Luka out of the post. You were absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Yep.
Jalen Brunson turns the corner. No outlet. No outlet. The ball goes back to Brunson. And Dre, this is what I'm talking about. The Knicks not having guards. Grimes is not a guard. Grimes is a undersized small forward. Luka for 3 to tie the game. The Knicks call a timeout.
We could have saw this coming from a mile away, couldn't we?
Right. Mr. Dre, look. That thing, you remember how I told you about the Knicks not having guards? See, a guard, when Brunson was in trouble there, the other guard comes to him, the fundamental play. They call them guards for a reason. You know what Grimes was doing there? Spotting up, waiting for the pass. Right? That's what small forward and power forwards do. Right? Wing players do that.
He's spotting up while Brunson's in the trees. Like Brunson is like a 6'8" point guard or something.
Right. Right.
He's not going to see you. So.
Right. And this right here is the reason why those that have played know that Tibbs is not the fault right here. High IQ guards, once they see the penetration, they go to the player that's penetrating to make sure he has an outlet.
They relocate, or sometimes they cut at the same time.
Right.
And that puts pressure on the defense to make a decision.
Always giving the ball handler an outlet, right?
Yep. Because usually in a cohesive offense, if one guy penetrates and you have two guys on the wing or one guy in the corner, sometimes they alternate and switch locations with each other and rotate, and it creates confusion on the defense on the backside. And that will create a passing lane, or they cut.
Right.
Creates
right. And dare I say, if Evan Fournier was in that position, Evan Fournier knows better. Yeah. Evan Fournier knows to either cut to bring a defender away from Brunson or goes and becomes an outlet.
Because
and low IQ guards like RJ
knows his, go ahead. My bad for you.
Oh no, go ahead, bro.
Let's say Fournier knows that his strength is shooting. So you're only going to get the shot if you're creating yourself to be open. Like standing in one place just gives a static look for the defense, and they can just look you off and then know exactly where you are. But if your guy is looking at the ball and his man, it's almost impossible if you keep relocating and moving. It's not to keep reharping, but that's why the Warriors are the Warriors. They don't ever stand still.
Now, did the front office tell Tibbs to stop playing Fournier, or this is all Tibbs' decision not to play Fournier?
Not sure exactly. Tracy Morgan's at the game with his daughter.
Sometimes when a coach doesn't play a certain player for a certain amount of game, that's sometimes a sign that player might be on a trade block. That they might be looking to trade him or just not playing him at all. But sometimes players get traded when they're not playing for a long time.
Right.
All right, Freezy, back on you.
Yep. Brunson brings the ball across half. He gets a screen from Hartenstein. Hartenstein at the top of the key, doesn't look at the rim. He does cut. Look at Hartenstein. Hartenstein is perpetual motion. Randle jab steps, nothing's there, gives to Grimes. Grimes gives the ball. See what I mean? See, Randle had to throw up see how Randle had to throw a contested pass there because Grimes didn't know how to get open as a guard. Luka for the tie. The Knicks get the rebound. They call loose ball foul on Randle and Hartenstein.
Already a sloppy start in the second half by the Knicks.
And I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing this no sugar diet, so I'm chewing sugar-free gum, and it's like a baby in his binky right now. I'm sorry, y'all. Action back. Dallas kicks out to Hardaway from 3, and the Dallas Mavericks take a 3-point lead. And Tim Hardaway Jr. has 3 3-pointers in the second half already. Julius Randle saucing. Where are the guards? RJ Barrett for 3 to tie, and it's splash. RJ Barrett with the makings of the clutch gene. RJ Barrett with the 3 to tie the game. Grimes gluing Luka. Luka can't get free from Grimes. He kicks out to Finney Smith for 3. Mavs with the rebound. Kicks out. Hardaway Jr. is feeling it. Hardaway Jr. is on fire. Oh, my God.
That's Brunson's man, by the way.
Yep, it was Brunson's man. And Brunson was caught ball watching. The Mavs take a 3-point lead. Brunson to the basket. It's a miss. Of course, the rebound goes to Luka. He's doing the slow break. Kicks to 10. Luka turns the corner with a shot over Brunson, and it's good. The Mavs take a 5-point lead. Jalen Brunson brings the ball across. He gives to Hartenstein. They run, read, and react. No emotion in it. Randle sets the screen. They kick to Randle. Randle does something with the ball. Kicks to Grimes. Grimes with the lane. Grimes blocked at the rim by Dorian Finney-Smith.
When it's a dead ball, tell me.
Yeah, Luka Doncic across half. He's charged on Luka, but you know Luka has never committed a foul in his life.
And that ball, like, this is why I was wary, because the high volume of threes they take, they're plus 12 in this quarter, and it's mostly because they got hot from 3. And that's the thing that scared me, because they're going to keep shooting threes. And if they get hot while we keep shooting 2s and we don't shoot 3s at a high clip, it might get ugly in this quarter.
Right. You were absolutely right again. Derrick Rose enters. Grimes cut off at the... Grimes is cut off baseline by Luka Doncic. What in the world is going on? Luka with another rebound. Outlets ahead to Tim Hardaway. He knows the hot hand. Luka calls for the ball. They give it to... The Knicks makes the adjustment on Hardaway, but they give up the layup at the rim to Luka. The Mavericks take a 7-point lead because Jason Kidd made adjustments at the half and the Knicks did not. Randle, saucing, forces a 3. It's a brick because it's forced. Hardaway Jr. feeling it. Hardaway Jr. asked for the 3 in transition. The 3 is up, and it's good again. Where was this Hardaway? Y'all can trade me now.
I hate being right sometimes.
Looks at his pops. And for those that don't know, Tim Hardaway's pops works for the New York Knicks.
And if the front office is not watching this and feel that they got to make some roster moves, then the whole Knicks organization has an issue.
I like, we kind of, me and Freezy kind of called what was going to happen, hook, line, and sinker. And we unfortunately don't want to be right.
Right.
But we were right.
Yep. Yep. And here, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Hey, Nick Yak says Hardaway is a forward. Stop defensive nonsense about Brunson. Nah, man. Nah, we were talking about that one. Nick Yak, it's just that 1-3 that we're talking about on Brunson. We're not saying that Brunson was guarding Hardaway. Dre, you see what I mean? See how you how one thing you said can be twisted into 1,000 different things?
Yep.
You said that one time about one play, and all of a sudden, it's an indictment on Jalen Brunson.
So what do you think of the third quarter fiasco so far?
Well, what do you think about the third quarter fiasco so far?
It's despicable.
I agree with
This
you,
this
boss.
this team is this team doesn't look nothing like the way they play in the first half right now.
What if I told you it looks exactly the same? It just they're making threes now.
Right.
Nah,
Besides the
that's
rub, the
nah.
rub screens to get Luka free, and Luka isn't really shooting well still in this quarter, but they're making threes now
Right.
off of looks generated by Luka and confidence in, and role players gaining confidence as well.
And Dre, it's pick your poison. The Knicks overplay on Hardaway to stop him from shooting, and then Luka goes to the basket for a layup.
Yeah,
And you sag out of that 3 versus 2. You don't crash the Hardaway scenario, right? And Hardaway shoots the 3 in the 2-on-2.
it's a sprinkle. The Mavs are hitting more threes than the Knicks right now.
Uh, their team is their team has the roster for it. That's one thing they can do is shoot threes.
Right. Yeah. So we're back at it. Hartenstein enters the game. The Knicks down by 10. Derrick Rose is the point guard. He brings the ball across on Reggie Bullock. So this reminds us of 2020. Hartenstein had Bullock in the post. Rose didn't even look at him. Randle sets the screen, and then clearly that was a moving screen. Hartenstein cut across the paint. Rose didn't see him. Rose throws up a brick. The Dallas Mavericks get the rebound. Luka appears to be hurt, but that's every game. Luka brings the ball across. He gets the screen. He gets rubbed off of Grimes. Grimes fights through his screen. Hardaway up top to 42. Luka with an excellent pass. Josh Green for 3 is good. Of course it's good because Josh Green is an excellent young player. Of course it's good. Derrick Rose kicks to quickly stalls the offense. Hartenstein was open. He didn't kick it to Hartenstein. Derrick Rose forces a 3. It's a brick. Of course it's a brick because it's a forced 3. Hardaway with the rebound. Luka's playing off the ball. Luka goes and gets the ball. Luka can't get past Grimes. Quickly crashes. Hardaway open for 3. It's off. Derrick Rose kicks it to Randle in the backcourt. Why? They bring the ghost double. And no guard finally quickly shows up to be the outlet. These guards are not guards. Randle forces something. He forces to quickly for 3. It's a long brick. Hartenstein with the touch rebound to Quick, and they call electric slide on Emmanuel Quickly. Slide to the left, y'all. Slide to the right. Luka up top with a nice pocket pass. Jalen Green for 3 again is off. Randle, Hartenstein, and Keebler fight for the rebound. Randle emerges with the rebound.
You're a
The double
mess.
team come. Randle loses it. Out top to Luka with no speed. Luka with the layup is up and in. The
That's
Mavs
a
take a 15-point lead.
that's a 15-0 run.
The Mavs go on a 15-0 run.
The Knicks haven't scored a bucket in 7 or 8
And
minutes.
the referees called the electric slide on Isaiah Hartenstein. And he did it. You can't change pivot feet. It don't matter how many steps you take, Hartenstein. If you change your pivot foot, it's a travel. It doesn't matter if you only take 2 steps. If you change your pivot foot, it's a travel. Obi Toppin enters the game for Hartenstein. RJ Barrett sits. Grimes is all over. Hardaway open again. Tim Hardaway Jr. is having a career game against the New York Knicks. The Mavs are up by 17. Derrick Rose, the pass. He kicks it to Randle. Randle sauces. He kicks out to Quickly. Quickly puts it on the floor. He sees the trap. He quickly pulls it back out up top. Of course. Randle cuts so Quickly can get space. Pivot. The Mavs bail out Quickly. This was about to be a shot clock violation The offense is completely stalled here.
And you haven't seen Cam Reddish in the third quarter at all.
Luka and Obi look like they're about the same height. I guess when both guys are 6'9" or whatever they are. I don't know how tall Luka is, but him and
Lucas 6'7".
Wow. So it must be a camera trick because I know Obi's 6'9". Obi can't be
It might be
6'7".
it might be the hair as well. Like Lucas' hair pops up.
Right.
Obi has like the low Caesar. But
Mm.
yeah, Luka is 6'7", but built like a tank.
Yep. The Mavs have an 85-70 lead. Luka up top, working. Luka for 3, and it is good. The Mavs bench doing the fake celebrations. Timberland. That's who it was. I was trying to figure out who Corey Lee looks like. He looks like Timberland from Timberland and Magoo. That's who he looks like. Okay. Luka brings the ball down. The 3
I
on
don't want to
Rose.
look like him. I want to have his money.
Luka with the heat check on Derrick Rose. The Mavs are up 91-72 with a minute left to go. Quickly stalls the offense. Grimes can't create for himself. Bad pass by Grimes. Grimes, what are you doing? The defense is excellent. The offense is trash.
The Knicks totally look combobulated. Luka's having a blast on the Knicks
Right,
floor.
right. And right now, if I'm Tom Thibodeau, I have to sit Derrick Rose, even though I like Rose. The inbound pass by the Mavs. Grimes is rubbed off the switch. Luka on Randle. This is not what you want. Luka for 3. The in and out. 42 kicks to Bullock. Bullock for 3. It's a brick. Anytime you get Reggie Bullock to move his feet on his shot, it's going to be a brick. We know that. Obi to the paint for 2. What do we call right there? What's the dead ball about? Is that a travel? Obi Toppin with the electric slide. Knicks fans have to be disheartened.
I would be booing 100%. They outscored us by 26 in that quarter.
Luka gets the screen. Obi Toppin switched on to Luka. These guys are about the same size. There should be a matchup that favors us. Luka does his magic.
That's a 21-point lead right now.
Quickly to the basket and makes the basket before the end of the third quarter. They don't call the foul. Watching this is like having your emotions ripped out of your chest. The Knicks up by 7 going into the half are down 19 going into the fourth quarter.
21. Is it 21?
19?
There's really no place for Derrick Rose on this roster. I would rather watch Miles McBride than Derrick Rose. The shell of Derrick Rose right now. Because if Derrick Rose is not scoring, he's not really offering you much. Because he's never been the greatest orchestrator. He's been solid, and he just really leveraged his athleticism to cause breakdowns. It was never really his IQ, and the defense is horrendous. Like his perimeter defense.
Yeah, and he has no court vision.
What is you guys' take on the Knicks' third quarter performance?
I don't know what Sully's talking about. What's the elite talent that Brunson went on the defense? Like, there's no elite defender on the Mavs, and he wasn't guarding Luka, so he just played bad. I don't know about exposed. It makes no sense.
What I can say
There's no
about the
elite.
Knicks,
I'm so
There's no
glad.
elite defender
Mm.
on the Mavs that's shutting down Brunson. Brunson's just playing bad.
Mm.
what I can say about the Knicks' third quarter
Oh, that's a
performance.
constant, Sully. He's always going to be a switch problem. Constant. That's a constant.
Yeah.
You got to build your team to hide his flaws. That's what you have to do. I don't think we've adequately done that.
Right. Defensively, I think so. I think we've done some things, but we still have holes in our defense. And plus, we have to remember Luka Doncic is a top 3 player in the NBA. So, regardless what your defense does, you have a top 3 player in the NBA on your floor. You face these type of issues. Brunson could have been 6'5". We'd have still been. Luka is Luka, bro. I'm not gonna hate on Luka Doncic because he's really, really, really good.
What I take out of that third quarter is the New York Knicks is trash. Nobody on this team wants
I,
to win.
I want to say another thing. Our rotation is too deep.
Everybody
We
just
can't be
cares
going
about
10.
individual performance. That's it.
We can't be going 10, 11 guys deep, man. Our rotation is way
Nobody
too deep.
cares about collectively.
All right,
One more.
back at it. Brunson.
Oh,
Brunson
okay. Yeah.
saucing up Hardaway. Goes to the Brunson burner. It's good. The Knicks are down 93-76. Dinwiddie to Finney Smith. Josh Green with the inside pass to 42. They played totally unselfish. Great pass by Josh Green to 42, who's not even a inside scorer. The Brunson burner looks like it's trying to activate. Mitchell Robinson with the tip in offensive rebound. The Knicks are only down 17.
The
Dinwiddie
Knicks are
gets the
only
screen.
just trash.
That was a terrible shot. That was a terrible shot by. Some teams just have too much talent. They have so much talent that they waste it. This kid, Josh Green, jumped in the air to do a layup. He spins and tries to kick it out to the corner, and it's deflected.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. 42 up top. Luka sits. Look, the whip pass to Bertans for 3. Bucket. The Mavs are up by 20. Jalen Brunson being guarded by Reggie Bullock. Mitch with the screen. They do the switch. And instead of going to Mitch and the Obi Toppin with the brickiest of all bricks that you've seen in your life, Dinwiddie backs the ball out. He sauces up. He get Mitch. Mitch is in a good defensive posture. Well taught. He has the hips sunken down. Bertans for 3. The Dallas Mavericks have a
That's
23
Kleber.
point. Oh, I'm sorry, Kleber. I'm sorry. Kleber. I said that twice, man. I'm sorry. Obi Toppin with the finish. Jalen Brunson is hurt. Jalen Brunson is hurt at the other end, grabbing his shoulder. Dinwiddie for 3. Again, the Mavericks have their foot on the gas. Brunson is clearly shaken. Brunson is a trooper. Brunson's playing hurt. Brunson's giving everything he's got. He goes to the rim. They call a foul on someone. Looks like an offensive foul. I don't know what it's clearly a dead ball.
If I'm Tibbs, I will wave the white flag.
Jalen Brunson with the heart of a warrior. The Mavericks up 104-80 with 9:29, 9:28, 9:27, 9:26, 9:24 left to go in the game. Green with Green blows a 1-foot layup. Let me reassess Green, missing a 1 foot. Cam Reddish to the rim. It's off. Cam Reddish has been a non-factor. Cam Reddish forces Cam Reddish with the force right there. Tibbs, you have to call a timeout right here. Green with the bucket and Dallas has a young stud on the way in Josh Green. He just beat quickly off the dribble with one step, and the foul. The young Australian Josh Green to complete the N1, and it's in and out. Obi with the rebound. Jalen Brunson brings it across half. The Knicks down 26 to the Dallas Mavericks. This game is physical. The kick out to quickly to the basket off the Cam Reddish pass. It's good. Hey, y'all, if we get to 6 minutes and this thing has not been cut, I'm going to stop calling it. Reggie Bullock dribbled the basketball. He kicked out. Clearly, that's a foul.
Okay, I don't know what Jason Kidd told his team in the halftime break, but the Mavs came out exploded.
Jericho Sims enters the game for Mitchell Robinson.
The Mavs are playing the same way. They just hit threes because we give up a lot of threes. It's just really what it is.
And Tibbs, Cam Reddish sets the screen. Tibbs maybe waving a white flag here with Jericho Sims entering for Mitch and Hartenstein. Hi.
Freezy, I hate to say this, but this game is over because you know the Knicks are not coming back from 24 points down.
This is the one you had to have, though, Adam. You had to have this one because tomorrow a Cleveland team is coming in fully healthy, and this team that we're losing to lost Thursday night to the Detroit Pistons. This team lost to the Detroit Pistons. Quickly misses a free throw. Clearly,
I'm gonna keep it real with you. If the Cavs come in here and blow us out, that's gonna be Tibbs' last game. Cavs win by 20.
They throw the lob. Dwight Powell catches a lob over a Jericho Sims that wasn't even looking for that, wasn't anticipating that. Brunson to the basket. He blows the layup. Brunson is clearly forcing it. Think we need some RJ Barrett right here. Dwight Powell with the rebound. Dinwiddie for three. And of course it's good. The Mavs lead 111 to 83.
Don't call for my man RJ to get in the game so y'all can have somebody to blame it on. Don't do that.
Cam Reddish on roller skates loses the ball.
They outscored
us by
45.
This is Cam Reddish's worst game. Dwight Powell dunks again. And for this reason, Jericho Sims is the third center in this situational. Soon as Jericho Sims enters the game, the rim protection goes in the toilet.
Yep. Because he doesn't know how to guard the screener and his man. He just jumps for every fake.
Yep.
A 30-point Mav lead in the fourth quarter. And who said that if the Cavs get blown at the Knicks tomorrow, it's going to be Tibbs' last day? I bet you Tibbs is still going to be there on Wednesday when the Knicks play the Hawks.
If Tibbs gets fired, if we get blown, if we lose by 25 to the Cavs, Tibbs is getting fired. And Cam doesn't even look like an NBA player tonight at all.
No.
Well, after whatever.
The entire Knicks team looks off tonight.
And this is why people have indictments on Cam, like, because he'll show up for one game and then look the complete opposite. And this might have to do with the rotations because we should not be having 10, 11-man rotations on a team that's not that good.
So, Rito, I think it's something going on with the locker room, and I'm starting to think day by day that Tibbs does not have this locker room at all. Like, for real.
There's no place for. We need to move Derrick Rose. There's no place for Derrick Rose on this team going forward. Even if he plays well, it really serves.
And we pointed out numerous occasions where Knicks were wide open, and Derrick Rose didn't even look for them.
Hey, yes, I've said it twice already. Derrick Rose needs to retire because his
I
NBA
mean, no, he doesn't
skills
need
in
to
the
retire. A
NBA
team
is
like the
over.
Clippers could use him. I'm saying even the Mavs could use him.
The
Well, but
Lakers
they
could use
signed
them.
Kemba. Yeah, but like for
You
us,
know who
no.
could use?
From
You
this
know who
roster,
could
no.
use it? The Orlando Magic could use Derrick Rose
I would
because their
say that,
point guard
but they have
is,
like a ton of young point guards too, though.
but
Like Markel Fultz just came back. They have
right
the guy they drafted last year. They have the guy from
Suggs.
UNC. Yeah,
So they have a
Suggs, and
bunch
then
of
they have
dudes, and their point guards still suck. Suggs is not a point guard. Suggs is an athlete.
Cole Anthony's not a
Suggs is
point
a
guard either, but he's small, so they have to make him a point guard.
yeah, and Suggs is a Russell Westbrook type guy. That's what he's gonna be, but he's not there yet, right? And so I don't want to talk trash about Derrick Rose overall, but what I will say tonight, Gerald Wilkins is in the building. Former Knicks great Gerald Wilkins. Derek Harper with the ugliest tie you've ever seen. I wouldn't wipe my nose with that tie that Derek Harper had on. Quickly brings the ball up. Clearly, Rose is sitting. Thank goodness. Miles McBride on the floor. Obi attacks the closeout. The pull-up midi is off, but it's good to see from Obi. Dinwiddie attacks. They're trying to. Svi Mikhailuk is in the game. There is a Svi sighting. Coach Malpika, if you're somewhere watching, there is a man. Miles McBride is a great defender. Even though he gave up that three, you saw him switch on to three different guys. Quickly brings the ball down. He slows it down, sets pace quickly to the rim, and he's fouled.
Hey, if I was Tibbs, I would put Evan Fournier in the game and let him fire away with his 3-point shots. See how many 3-pointers he can hit. I don't know what's the point of keeping him on the bench in a blowout game.
because it'll be worse.
Oh,
Right.
If the Knicks need threes, put Evan Fournier in the game. See how many he can hit.
Quickly makes
That's
the first free
disrespectful
throw.
to Evan Fournier to bring him in at
Yeah,
this
you
point
can't
in
bring
the
in
game,
veterans and blowouts, bro. That's an unwritten rule. You just can't do that.
especially if they've already been benched. Like you
Yeah.
don't do that.
The Mavs put in the G League bust or the G League great, but so far struggling NBA player, Jaden. Oh, come on. Quickly misses another free throw. Miles McBride is in. Here's the chance for Miles McBride to prove his worth. Bullock in the corner for three, and of course it's good. The Dallas Mavericks are running the Knicks off the floor. McBride with a brick. Reggie Bullock with a rebound. Dinwiddie to Hardy. Hardy back up top to Reggie Bullock. Reggie Bullock for three. It's deflected. Or it's just an air ball. They call it an air ball. Quickly running the point. The Knicks get a little bit better spacing. Quickly trapped in the post. And he does the electric slide. You can't drag your pivot foot, man. What are we doing out here? They show Evan Fournier on camera, but I wouldn't disrespect Evan Fournier by bringing him into this game. Reggie Bullock for three, and there's another air ball from Reggie Bullock. The Knicks have a 32-point deficit to the freaking Dallas Mavericks.
Oh, you got a Frank Ntilikina in the game.
Frank Ntilikina is in the game! Ladies and gentlemen, Frank Ntilikina! Miles McBride for three.
This might be Frank's last minutes ever in the Garden because he's not going to be in the league next year.
Frank running point. Frank slices and dices, goes to the rim, over. Okay. Frank is 0 for 1. Quickly pushes the pace. He throws a lob to Obi. No, he doesn't. He takes the layup and misses. The lob to Obi was in.
Shout out to Ensign in the chat. Yeah, Cam Whitmore. Cam Whitmore is nice. I would like Cam Whitmore on this team.
Hey, Freezy, you miss Frank Ntilikina?
Absolutely not.
It depends. I miss Frank the person. I don't miss Frank the player. Quickly misses the third free throw in one game.
I'm just messing with you, Freezy.
I deserve to be messed with.
Honest to God, I don't know how Tibbs survives tomorrow's game if we lose by 20.
Right.
And
Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says, it's not the players, man. It's the atmosphere. It's Paris Duggar clearly is something. It's something. Something is missing.
Yeah, I don't think tomorrow's game's going to be a blowout like this one, but the Knicks are going to lose. I don't see them winning tomorrow.
The Mavs are emptying their bench.
Why not?
And Green and Josh Green with the smart veteran play there, he just gives up a foul so that the Mavs can empty the bench. You know it's a blowout when Theo Pinson enters the game. I think they're trying to play all the former Knicks at one time. Quickly guarded by Frank. Oh, my God. Quickly guarded by Frank.
It would have been nice to see Kemba Walker.
Quickly to the line again. Kemba Walker is hurt. He's out day to day.
He's always hurt.
Yeah.
I haven't seen Kemba play in a long time.
He might have to ramp up his conditioning to even get on the court, to be honest.
Probably.
They really signed him to be a third ball handler because they literally only have 2 ball handlers on that team.
I'm surprised 17,000
Justin DW says, would you rather entertain a trade with the Bulls who seem to want to blow it up for DeMar or talk to teams for picks? What teams we selling to? And Big Lou, thank you for the generous contribution. Big Lou says, fired. This Bryant is ready. Go ahead, Adam. Okay. Clearly, both teams know this is over. Hardy's in the game. Frank is in the game. Green is in the game. Bertans is in the game. McBride to the free throw line. The first free throw is velvet. Oh, it is. McBride's free throws look like silk. McBride's free throws look like. Oh, then he breaks one off back iron.
Is that Trey Burke?
Oh, I can't tell. I'm looking to see. No, that's Hardy, number 3.
Oh, okay. I just saw a small guard with hair.
Trey Burke plays for the Houston Rockets.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah, number 3. And number 3, Hardy goes straight to the rim. It's a layup line now. Clearly, this feed to the basket, kicks out to Obi. Unselfish, quickly goes to the rim. Kicks out to McBride. McBride goes to the. What are we doing here? If they call travel one more time, bro, they call the electric slide on. I think they call the electric slide on McBride. Look at Frank between the legs dribble. Frank brings it up, crosses half, and gives it up. Of course, that's Frank Ntilikina. Frank up top, passing the ball, gets the ball. Frank between the legs. The pass to Bertans, the kick out to the corner. It's a brick, but what a play by Frank Ntilikina. Svi for 3 is money. I knew it as soon as he shot it.
Yeah, that guy for the
Speed should be getting minutes.
that
Speed is the
that
best
that
3-point
guy's
shooter on the Knicks roster.
that number 17 for the Knicks. He should be playing more because he can hit threes.
Yes, he is a what you call a shooter, underrated athlete.
Oh no, Chips should put him in the starting lineups.
Quickly to the basket, he misses. Speed was
But
in the
who are we
corner wide
taking out of
open.
the rotation? Like
Frank
guys
Ntilikina with
like
a jumper. It goes around the rim, and the rim is cursed for Frank Ntilikina. Frankie smokes with the elite defense and offense, even though the stat book doesn't show it. Quickly, Punk fakes for three and then shoots the three and makes it. Dallas 118, the Knicks 94. 2 minutes and some change left. Hardy kicks out to number one. Pinson shoots a brick, but we're used to that. Why am I still calling the game, y'all? Shouldn't I just be chilling?
Yeah, please.
Yeah,
yeah,
I don't
man.
know
Like
why. I
these
don't
are
know why I'm calling.
inconsequential minutes. Like these don't even matter.
I
My
needed
man,
somebody
kick
to,
back.
you know.
Man, kick back and took a bid, man.
I think this
Dudes are
entire
just taking threes over and over. That's it.
this entire Knicks roster needs to go to school and watch some
I'm
video.
excited to see Frank run point, though. Frank calls out the play, man. Oh,
The only thing I'm kind of not too mad about. Randle had a good game for the most part, and we lost, so I guess he still has trade value.
right.
I guess I don't know, man. An
Randall had a
ex-Nick came in and lit us up, and a guy that's supposed to be a Nick is supposed to come in tomorrow and light us up. Donovan Mitchell's gonna light us up. We know
Ryan,
how it always happens. Every time we got get close to a guy that's supposed to be a Nick, he comes to the garden, whether it's first or second time, and lights us up. It shows us what we should have had or what we missed out on. I'm fully expecting him to go crazy tomorrow. Not gonna lie.
I'm sure Donovan Mitchell's loving this. He can't wait to come into the garden and keep the party rolling. Yeah, Randall had a good game in the first half. Not too much in the second half.
It's official, Freezy. I'm done with Tibbs.
All the Knicks fans are done with Tibbs, but the front office seems to want to continue to keep him.
I think it's a tip. Y'all making
I,
tips
I, I
a
would be
bad play, bro.
I would have been shocked. I would not be shocked to see Tibbs still coaching this team Wednesday when the Knicks play the Hawks.
Uh,
I
I'm
would not
being
be shocked.
100% serious. If we lose by 20 to the Cavs, Tibbs is going to get fired.
You think so?
He might be collateral. There's things wrong with this roster clearly. So he's
Right.
not completely at fault. There are some things that I don't like that Tibbs does, but heads do have to roll even when there's a bad roster. Like even
Oh,
Fizdale was a terrible coach, but that was a horrible roster, and so he had to get fired.
Right.
Like heads,
Fizdale was a horrible coach.
and to be absolutely honest, Tibbs' head is going to roll because it's the first guy to go for the Leon Rose tenure. Like something has to happen in order for Leon Rose to keep his job. So that's going to be the first move that they make executively is to remove Tibbs. That's about it.
Well, somebody's
To
somebody's
save
got to
themselves.
somebody's got to go into that front office and ask Leon if Tibbs and the Knicks lose to the Cavs tomorrow, is his job up? Somebody's got to find out that because I doubt it.
It depends how they lose. I won't say if they lose in
Oh,
a
the Knicks
close, hard
gonna.
fought game, then it won't be. But if
Oh,
they
the
get
Knicks.
blown out like this, yeah,
No, I don't think the Knicks gonna get blown out, but they're gonna lose
we didn't think they were going to get
regardless.
blown out this game, and what happened?
Hey, Dre. Yeah. Okay. Let me point out something, man. Let me. Your backup point guard, Emmanuel Quickly, right? Played how many minutes? Quickly played 28 minutes, right? And he has 0 assists. What does it have to do with Tibbs?
Quickly looks didn't look too good either.
right? Derrick Rose missed. I was counting. I stopped at 8. Paris Sucker says the front office Freezy want Tibbs and Randle. Paris Sucker, you don't know what I want. Shut up with your stupid behind fingers. Take your fingers to school. Type some real stuff, Paris Sucker. You don't know what I want. Stop trying to read minds.
Thank you for
Mm.
the generous contribution, still though, Paris.
Yeah, and thank you for helping the channel grow, Paris Duggan, with your crazy fingers.
Oh God.
Well, with 40 seconds left, Knicks down by 23.
Quickly threw up a prayer and it went in. And Quickly fans are gonna be like, man, build around Quickly.
Obi with the ball to quickly dribbles, stops, dribbles, passes it to Obi for 3, brick. Quickly with the rebound, and a turnaround shot is good. Knicks down by 21 with 12 seconds to go.
And people are gonna say Quickly was balling.
Yeah, I'm surprised there's still like 5,000 fans still to
He
go.
got those numbers in inconsequential minutes, man. When the
He
game
got the
was
RJ.
still in the
He got the
balance,
RJ
it
Barrett
wasn't nothing
numbers.
mattered.
He got the RJ Barrett numbers, bro.
Oh, Franklin
I
Aquina
wouldn't
is
even.
shaking some of
RJ
his
didn't even have
teammates'
a bad
hands.
game. He just got subbed out early third, and then it just went completely downhill from then.
That I can't believe that was the wow.
Wow.
Like I missed.
That,
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I missed most of the third quarter because I had to take care of something. But by the time I turned back,
You ain't
we
missed
were down
nothing
by
great.
18, and I'm
that,
like, how did this happen?
that was
They
the
started hitting threes
ugliest.
because they were shooting threes at high volume, but they weren't making them in the first half. They started making them, and our
That,
offense
that
stalled
was the
because we had to take the ball out of the basket every time. And then they
that
made
was
adjustments
the.
on our offense and shut down the paint. And then there's nothing we could do.
I'll tell you one thing. That was the ugliest second half I've ever seen.
So if I have to ask you guys, how many of you guys want to fire Tibbs right now?
Oh, we all want to fire him.
Yeah.
I don't want to
And
fire
Paris
him,
Duggan
but it's collateral.
and Paris Duggan read a lot of people's minds. Paris Duggan said something here. Players aren't really playing hard for him, man. They don't care. And so Paris Duggan said something unique right there. I'm gonna give Paris Duggan credit for what he said. Players aren't playing hard for Tibbs. They don't care. I think a lot of people. I think a lot of people think that.
That's becoming a fact.
And you know what bothers me about Tibbs is that on a blowout game, Tibbs is still standing on the sideline. He never takes a seat. What?
And Craig Wright says Jalen Rose in the front office sounds smart now. I'm telling you guys, bro. You got to go get rid of these conventional dudes and bring in an unconventional candidate to lead this franchise. The conventional way of doing it is not going to work. We already got. Think about what you already had. You already had the super smart guys in the front office. You had Leon Rose, you had Steve Mills, you had Phil Jackson, you had all the. I think you got to go young,
All those guys got to go.
all of them.
Hey, Freezy, do you want to see Van Gundy or Mark Jackson be the coach for the Knicks?
I don't know. What do you think?
A lot of Knicks fans want to see one of those two guys be the next Knicks head coach.
Head coach or front office? Which one?
Head coach.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind having one of them had a head coach and the other one taking over in the front office. You know, because the Knicks need the front office to be changed, and they definitely need to get Tibbs out of there. And most importantly, this roster's got to be changed. None of these players on this Knicks team has no basketball fundamental skills at all. They're good basketball players, but not good enough. And if this roster doesn't get changed now, according to the teams that we're facing in this month, I'm telling you, this is going to be an ugly the month of December.
Yep. Adam, you were right. You were talking about it right after Thanksgiving. You were pointing to this stretch, right? You were pointing to the stretch, and right now it looks like we are off to that rocky start that you mentioned. And Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says Tibbs destroyed this team's morale with favoritism. I think I might agree, right? But I also think I agree. I think I might agree with Paris Duggar right there too. But I also think that there is no reason, under no circumstance, for bad I don't care play. If a player is getting minutes and he doesn't care, you have to sit him and play another guy. I think it's just what you got. Say, for instance, Derrick Rose being nonchalant. Hartenstein was open for 3 cuts to the basket. Derrick Rose couldn't care less if Hartenstein was cutting. Right? And, unselfish basketball, you can't do that. When a team struggles to score, you don't just do that. Right? Yeah, man.
This is kind of a theme with Tibbs though. Like everywhere he goes, they overachieve the first year. Second year, they hover around. You see inconsistencies, but they still are a team that competes. And then the third year, they completely just tune him out.
Right.
It happens everywhere he's gone. It may have taken a little bit longer on the Bulls because he came out with such a great start, but the same ending happened on the Bulls. Same ending happened on the Wolves, and we're almost seeing it in real time with the Knicks. You're seeing it. Like they overachieve, then they fall back down to earth, they compete, and then they completely fall off the table.
And
And let some of the players tune them out. Yeah.
You ask too much from a limited team, from a limited roster.
Yeah. And we're expecting a specific direction, and we're asking a coach that wants to win immediately to win with a roster that's not the most ideal, not for the modern NBA.
Right.
The Knicks are amongst like the only teams in the league that runs a starting center, a backup power forward, a starting center. I mean, a starting power forward and a backup power forward and a starting center and a backup center. Which is why our rotation is like ridiculously large. Like most teams just have rotations where they have one center in there and a bunch of wings.
Right.
Or they run 2 power forwards and run small ball. Most teams do not have 4 rotational bigs in, 4 traditional for their position rotational bigs in. But we do that because this roster construction is terrible.
Right.
So here's the ultimate question, everyone in the panel. How long is Leon Rose willing to stick with this roster? That is the ultimate question. He sees the disaster right in front of him. I mean, all Leon Rose has to do is look at the December schedule and tell himself, is this roster good enough to beat competitive teams that we're about to face in the month of December?
See, but
the answer is no.
But Adam, see what you're saying is complicated, bro. Because here's the thing: this December schedule is tough, right? You acknowledge that because you do it. You remind us of it every time we get together, which is a good thing, right?
Yep.
But do you bring in do you fire Tibbs and bring in a new coach? Do you start Johnny Bryant's NBA coaching career off with this treacherous December schedule. Because if he gets the same results, it's just about as what Tibbs would have gotten. Now you ruin a young coach's confidence. Or do you let Tibbs finish out December, let the schedule lighten up, see if to give Tibbs one more chance, and at the new year, once this or say when you go out of town to play the Texas stretch, do you fire the coach then and allow him to regroup against struggling teams like San Antonio and Houston? Now, if you wait, the season might be over. Like if the Knicks go 2-8 over the next few games, or say 4-11 over the next handful of games, the season is going to be over because the Knicks will be about 10 games under 500, and then you bring in Johnny Bryant. Now, do you tank the rest of the year? It's a lot of stuff that goes into it.
I'm gonna keep it real freezy. Just looking at the schedule. I'm not even sure it matters if we do it in December or not, because the way the league is set up right now, there's really no real days off outside of maybe one or two teams. Like everybody has talent or more talent than us. If we're keeping it absolute, they have comparable talent or more talent than us, or they might just not be being coached correctly. Like if we're keeping it 100, Orlando Magic has more talent than the Knicks.
Of course they do.
They just don't have the heads on straight. Yeah,
they're inexperienced.
So like,
and they're injured.
So like on any given night, we could lose to these teams, and it doesn't really matter what coaching is out there.
Right.
So it doesn't matter if we do it now or January or in February or March. It really doesn't matter. Might as well just get it out the way, because they're going to because Tibbs is going to be scapegoated, so Leon Rose can keep his job.
Of course.
So it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when, not if.
I would say this to you, Dre. The reason why I brought up the San Antonio stretch or the Texas stretch is not just because those teams suck, but because you have a couple days in there where you can make the change, give the new coach at least one day of practice, and then a day to game plan.
Yeah, and a bit of I was about to say, and a bit of chemistry and game planning and things he can add and
you do it away from the city.
I guess the most ideal time to do it is probably during All-Star break, but that's not going to happen. So.
No. And Paris Duggar, thank you for the generous contribution. Paris Duggar says, example, D-Rose still blocking McBride type crap. I agree with you. What are we doing with Derrick Rose, bro? The dude does not pass the ball. Right? And Justin DW, thank you for the generous contribution. He says, Jalen Rose in the front office, I'd love. He at least he's willing to take that risk. Soft moves trying to be made. Remember how lackluster LA played under Vogel? And now they hustle for him. We need change. I agree, Justin DW, and thank you for your generous contribution.
And just to even say that, Freezy, we might get that new coach bump, however short it might be. Right. But just introducing another coach, no matter who we face, it could be the Warriors. They'll try. It'll go down the end, down the stretch in a close game just because it's a new coach. So I'm not necessarily too pinned in. And to be fair, he's always been there. So I mean, the message and like a lot of the things that we might see might not be any different than rotations. That might be the only thing that's different. But like he's always been there, so he has like an imprint or a pulse because he's one of the head assistants. So he kind of knows what buttons to push or things to try. Like, but, yeah. Shy, RJ played 20 minutes. What do you want him to get 30 in 20 minutes, man? He got pulled at the rotation pulls him early in the third quarter. And after he got pulled, the team got outscored by like 20.
And you couldn't put him back in the game.
It would make no sense to put him back in the game while it was a 30-point blowout. Like, of anything that was the problem in this game, it was our 3-point defense.
Right.
It was horrendous. The team sucks, Dre. Yeah, team sucks. I'm reading my own name. The team does suck. Absolutely.
Again,
Like
though,
the
it's
roster
again though.
composition trash.
Excuse me, Dre.
Go
I'm
ahead, Corey.
sorry, but
My fault.
no, you good, fam. It's just like this reoccurring thing again and again. Here we go. Cleveland did the same thing to us. Now here we come. Dallas does it. I can't. Who else? Milwaukee did it. You know what I'm saying? A few weeks back. And it's just like every time we get out here, we cannot stop nobody from shooting the three. And I don't understand it. You know, I mean, it's like we can't even, it's like he can't, either we're not game planning for it, or it's just the fact
It's
that
Corey. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. It's the fact that our roster
Hey,
composition
I'll be right
isn't
back, y'all.
does our roster composition doesn't lend itself to guarding the three. Like most teams, when they go small ball, they have switchable defenders that can close out. When we go small, we have Obi and Randle, and neither of them are plus defenders consistently, at least. So when we go small, teams are just licking their chops because they're gonna get whatever they want to get, no matter if we go small or big. So that, like from a roster standpoint, there is no way we can consistently guard teams that shoot the three ball well because we don't have those types of guys that are switchable. We don't have, besides Cam Reddish, which he doesn't even look like an NBA player tonight or this afternoon.
at
Like
all,
we don't have
at
anybody
all.
that we don't have anybody that's a modern NBA player. That's just the fact. We don't have guys that play multiple positions at all. We just have guys that fit in one particular role. They don't provide versatility. And if they do provide versatility, it is versatility on one end of the court and not the other. This is just a lot of one-way players. Shy, you gonna get Donovan tomorrow, man. Donovan gonna drop 30 on us and we gonna lose by 25. This is how we gonna play. And the Cavs love to shoot a ton of threes and generate threes. So if they get hot, it's gonna get ugly early. And like it's like our roster does not have modern NBA players on it. That's simply what it is. We have a bunch of guys that would work well in the 2000s or the early 2010s, where we're asking guys
No,
to guard multiple positions and shoot three ball, and they can't do it. That's because they're not the 2020 type of player. That's really what it is.
you know Donovan Mitchell's gonna turn up tomorrow. He loves playing at the Garden. This game tomorrow, I can easily see Donovan Mitchell scoring. I don't know, 30,
I
35
just
points.
lowballed it and said 30. Knowing Donovan, he might drop 40 on us.
Yeah,
I'm just, wow. You can't even think, I can't even imagine the words I want to say right now, you know, because I don't get it. I just don't get it.
I mean, there isn't too much to get, man. Like Tibbs isn't very good, and he's very hard headed, but it falls on the front office, the front office for putting this team together, the front office for putting this coach in this weird position, and the players as well. Like these guys are not these guys are not like you can't you can't throw these guys on like the Warriors and they're gonna just pick it up perfectly. Like they're not those types of players. They're not. They have no versatility.
yeah.
It's
Like
just they're one way guys. That's really what it is. And you need modern NBA players to hide Brunson, like hide the fact that Brunson can't really play defense. And if you
we'll
don't have a
probably,
bunch of 6'8", 6'9" wings that are athletic to hide
yeah,
his flaws and that can shoot because he's always wanting to be in the paint, it's just gonna look like this more often than not. We're gonna get hit upside the head with threes. Teams are gonna try to close off the paint because we can't shoot, and we can't close out on their threes because our guys are unathletic with no length.
yeah. We're probably gonna see Donovan Mitchell, Jared Allen, and Kevin Love do most of the scoring tomorrow night.
Yeah, they're fully
And,
healthy. I don't
yeah,
know about
most
Kevin
likely.
Love though, but we're going to see a
Kevin
lot of
Love.
Darius Garland. That's what we're going to see.
Kevin Love is probably
Because
going to.
there's no place to hide Brunson tomorrow. By the way, like Brunson is going to be tossed all over the court on defense tomorrow.
Yep.
I gotta check. I gotta check what the Cavs' current starting lineup is, but he can't guard Garland and he can't guard Donovan. I'm not sure if Karis LeVert is playing the three, but he can't guard him either. And the paint is gonna be on lock because they got Twin Towers out there, really athletic bigs. So it might get ugly. It might really get ugly tomorrow.
What do you see the final score being tomorrow night, Dre?
I mean, it depends, man. Like, if for some reason the Knicks get hot from three, we can keep up.
Yeah.
That's the only way I see us keeping up is if we get hot from three and they don't shoot well from three. But the ominous sign in this game was that we were only up seven despite like shooting well from the field, and the Mavs were shooting terrible from three. All it took
Yeah.
for the Mavs to do was to get hot from three, and they just completely blew us out the water, and they countered our best offensive option, which is attacking the paint. So
Like
Hey, y'all, real quick, let me read the super chat real quick because I
okay,
understand y'all got a thought going, man, and I want to continue rocking with that same thought. If y'all don't mind, if we could just stick on
right.
that one topic that y'all talking about, what it takes for the Cavs to win. But
yeah,
but Justin DW, thank you for the generous contribution, and thank you for everybody that you know what I'm saying, that contributes to the continues to be in the lifeblood of the channel, whether you contribute financially or whether you just jump up and rock and be a mainstay like Corey Lee and Dre and Adam and Coach and Greeny and Mr. Rivera and Subliminal 209 and Cully and Free Keith and GI and everybody, right? Justin DW says Mitch going off tomorrow. Mets just gave him a reason to go for a 50 piece. Yes. And he's talking about Donovan Mitchell,
Yep.
not Mitchell Robinson.
Donovan Mitchell said he didn't want to go into the game at halftime when he heard the news.
Right. About Jacob DeGrom. Right.
Yeah.
About Jacob DeGrom.
Yeah, that is crazy that
Yeah,
Texas
so-
took Jacob DeGrom away from the Mets.
Yeah.
Like I'm not that mad
so-
about it though, personally.
Hey guys, give me about 10 minutes. I'm gonna do the recap for the
Mavs.
for the members. No, for the members of the channel.
Oh,
For the members of the chat, y'all know who the members are. The members are highlighted in the
Patreon.
chat. Y'all know who
Or-
they are. So I'm gonna do that real
oh,
quick. It's gonna
okay.
take about 10 minutes, and then I'll jump back on with y'all.
All right, cool.
Y'all got it, or y'all need for me to talk and y'all just sit here?
I mean, you can talk. Yeah, go ahead.
No.
Are you like live recording it?
No, I'm not live recording it. I'm not live recording
Okay.
No. Y'all go ahead and rock. Continue on that thought you had, Dre, before I cut you off.
Because Adam
make
asked
sure
me a question,
y'all.
but I forgot.
Adam, hey, listen. Make sure
Make
y'all.
sure I acknowledge the super chats, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Got you. You asked me a question, huh, Adam? What was it?
yeah, I could see Cleveland scoring over 120 points tomorrow.
I feel like that's a given. Like we give up. I think we give up like
you were saying
117,
what?
116. Like he thinks that we're going to give up 120 points, and I'm like,
Yeah,
that's almost a
easily.
given with this roster.
I can see Cleveland scoring that easily. The Knicks, on the other hand, I don't see the Knicks scoring no more than 110.
See, look. If you look up the stats, we actually outshot them from the field, but it doesn't matter if you outshoot them from the field if they take 61 threes. Like they took 61 threes
Yeah.
and made 24 of them. That is actually absurd. We outshot them from the free throw line. It's not conducive to winning in 2020 in the 2020. You need to be able to shoot threes consistently at a high clip.
I tell you this: the only way the Knicks are gonna pull off a win tomorrow against Cleveland if Randle goes 15 for 25 behind the 3 point line. RJ get his pairs. Brunson's got to try to hit some threes. We need some. We need to try to get some threes out of quickly as well. Quickly's
They,
gotta launch those things out. And who else? Obi's got to help out behind the 3 point line. And the defense and the Knicks defense really got to tighten up because they're just leaving guys wide open, cut into the hoop too much. They're leaving guys wide open behind the 3 point line, like today. How many times Luka just took the ball to the hoop, and no one was guarding him.
it's because we don't like we overhelp a lot. It's and then once they start
It's
hitting threes, then we start panicking and then trying to take guys off the 3 point line. It's like it's the conundrum that a guy like Luka Doncic puts every team under. It just looks even worse with us because we're just not a good defensive team at all.
yeah.
And like what's his name? He started. I think Luka started out the game 3 for 11, and he finished 11 for 20. So that just speaks to him like hitting 8 out of the next 9 shots, and there was nothing we could do about it. It was like I was saying like he played bad, and we were only up 7, and we never really took advantage of the minutes that he was off the court. So I knew once they started hitting threes, it might get ugly for us, and it did get ugly for us. It caused a
Yeah.
lot of turnovers because they kept collapsing because nobody respects us from three.
Oh my god. And I'll
There's
say,
no reason to respect us from three. We don't shoot the three well. So,
and I'll say the the ultimate key for the Knicks to try to get a win tomorrow is they have to find a way to shut. They have to shut down Donovan Mitchell. They cannot allow Donovan Mitchell to score 35, 40 points. If they allow Donovan Mitchell to get what he wants, the Knicks are gonna have a rough game tomorrow. And it's not just Donovan Mitchell. They have to shut down Kevin Love because Kevin Love he's dangerous behind the 3 point line. And
yeah,
and
I
um
mean,
and and Jared
there,
Allen,
there's
he's pretty good.
Jerry Allen's very good. We got out rebounded. Yeah, Nick, yeah,
Uh,
that's
the
true. But
rebounds, they definitely have to try
the,
to get
the
more
the issue with
rebounds.
us isn't even about the rebounds or anything like that. Like it's hard to get rebounds when the other team doesn't miss.
Yeah,
That probably led into the fact we got out rebounded. If the
like
other team's
today,
not gonna miss, we're not gonna get no rebounds.
like today,
And if we
The
keep
Knicks
missing,
got
they're
out
gonna get
rebound.
rebounds. Yeah,
Yeah, the
they
Knicks
got
got out
rebounded by a
rebound by
smaller team,
Dallas.
a smaller team.
Yeah, a lot of times in the game today, Dallas had second and third opportunities on rebounds.
Oh man, it is.
It's if the Knicks allow Cleveland to get second and third opportunities on rebounds, you can forget about the Knicks trying to win tomorrow night.
It's mm, it. I'm saying I'm being absolutely. It's gonna get ugly. It's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it's
yeah.
gonna get a lot worse before it gets
It's,
better.
it's finally sinking in for me. You know,
Yeah, like being a fan, like you're cool with wins and you want to see guys do well, but if you're taking in the macro instead of the micro, it needs to get worse before it gets better because living with mediocrity is just what we're gonna have to deal. We're gonna have to put up with. Like we built a team just good enough to dominate the Detroit Pistons. Detroit Pistons beat the Mavericks, and the Mavericks came into the Garden and destroyed us. Like like certain matchups make fights, and we don't have we don't have a matchup that is conducive to consistently winning against good basketball teams. And the league just got gets more talented every year, every single year. The league
While
picks a
we just
direction
stuck.
of what works and what doesn't work, and we pick a direction of like old school basketball, and it's not gonna work. And you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win if your power forward is your leading scorer, but he's not like extremely dominant. Like
Yeah.
you have to be Giannis to be at the power forward position and present matchup problems on both ends and be like a beacon of efficiency. Like uh, like Randall can have great games, and it probably doesn't have as much impact on winning as we would want it to. And he might look
Mhm.
better with a better player next to him. He just put in this position where he has to be that guy, and that speaks to how badly our roster is made. Like no sane team is thinking Julius Randle is going to year in and year out be the linchpin and the number one guy on a competitive team. It's just not normal. It's you can't expect that. It's not fair. That's not his pedigree. And I don't
Yeah.
blame Randall. I don't blame Randall for being Randall. Randall can only just be who he is. And I feel like he would be best utilized on another team where there's a guy that's outright much better than him, where he has to fall in line. Because Brunson is a good player. He's probably the best player on the Knicks, but he isn't head and shoulders better than Randall to the point where it's like there isn't like a hierarchy or there isn't like a back and forth. Like if Randall was on the Mavs, Luka is taking all the most of the shots every night. There is no reality where Randall was taking more shots than Luka. But on this team, there any given night Randall could take 25 shots. And that's not good for him as far as his efficiency. That just makes him look worse in the long run. I don't blame Randall. I don't think Randall's a bad player. And I think we just have a bunch of ill-fitting parts. We're expecting a lot more out of guys that don't have that type of cachet or skill or pedigree to be, and it's not fair. We're and it's that's on the front office for half-assing this roster. We this front office was just comfortable with just making the playoffs, and that's why we signed like Reggie Bullock over and Alfred Payton and all these guys. They were comfortable with just eking in the playoffs and not being a real threat. They're comfortable with just competing. But after a certain point, when the entire East gets better, our mediocre moves doesn't push the needle enough to compete.
It's like a
It,
cheap.
it
It's like
just
a
doesn't.
cheap fix. It's like a
Yeah,
cheap
like
fix.
it's like you ever seen those commercials with that tape? That's what
Yep.
we try to
Flex.
do. That tape,
You want
that
some
flex tape.
flex
Like we
tech?
try to flex tape everything instead of just draining the whole thing out and just getting a new
And well
container.
needed.
Yeah.
Well done. Or just
Instead of just getting a whole new container, we just try to flex tape everything and
Yeah.
try to but like you can't half-ass things, man. You can't do that. The only way you can
Also,
half-ass things is if you have a generational talent, which is what like the Mavs half-ass it because Luka gives them an advantage almost every night. And even to that point, it doesn't work every night. They're a mediocre team, but we're trying to half-ass things with just okay players. It's not fair.
yeah.
It's not fair to the average. I mean, it might be fair to the average fan, but for the diehards that are in here, we know basketball. This isn't fair to us, man. And I don't know why they think Knicks fans can't handle the rebuild, but it is what it
it,
is.
and it'll be a beautiful thing to be honest with you, because we finally just said, what, enough's enough. Enough's enough.
If we picked a
And I,
direction, I really don't think Knicks fans would be mad if we had a bunch of young players out here trying really hard, but they were losing. But we have a bunch of guys that are what 8, 9, 10 years in their career. Like Randall is who he is, and he's not a young guy anymore. He's a vet. He's like 8 years, 9 years deep now. Like and we're relying on him to take us where exactly. It makes no point for that guy to be the key cog in your team if we're like, what are we competing for? Just might as well just start over
Yeah.
and give him a
Now,
chance to compete on a team that actually has talent better than him on it.
I'll say this. Tomorrow, I expect Randle, Brunson, IQ, RJ, and Redditch to have a better game tomorrow night. I expect their effort to be better tomorrow than today. Not saying that they're going to come up with a victory, but I expect a better effort tomorrow by those guys.
We we we. It's, the thing I don't understand is how do we always get like a double digit lead and blow it every time? I would have appreciated if we just got blown out before we even got the double digit lead. It's like just come
Yeah,
out the gate and lose by 30. Don't just go up 15 and then get outscored by 40, 45 or whatever. There was a 45-point swing at some point in that game because they went up 30 after we went up 15. That's
It's like
actually
we
horrendous basketball.
it's like we stayed in the locker room while they came out and played, and then we showed up.
They made their adjustments and then they started hitting their shots and we tried to run the same stuff we did in the first half and then we had no means to pivot. I mean, and that speaks to roster construction because we don't have guys that do more than one thing and we don't have shooters. So how are we going to pivot away from our strength? And then when they take away our strength, which is getting into the paint, we're not making them pay by hitting threes because we can't shoot threes well. I'm kind of mad this dude Tim Hardaway really came in here and destroyed us like this. It's kind of sad, man. The
Niggas
starters
is
the
coming,
starters
came
started out
talking
well.
crazy, talking all that ish, and that's the last thing I wanted to see.
Oh man, he
I
said
don't know.
this is his ish. That's what he said. When you hit that shot, he
I,
said this is mine. I'm like, okay.
I don't know how this
The Knicks
front
got to be at
office.
the top of the league at like blown double digit leads. I got to check like in Tips tenure. There's got to be like a stat for this. I'm about
I
to look
don't
it up.
know. I don't know how this front office can sit there and watch this type of performance and not do something about it.
What teams have blown the most leads this season? Uh, Ironically enough, the Knicks are number two in most blown leads, and the Celtics are number one. But that's because they're so talented that they're almost up in every game, and the Knicks are not always up in every game. So,
Yeah, the Celtics lost last night to the Bulls.
like
I mean to
the
the Miami.
it's a hit or miss thing because when you see the teams with the most blown leads, it's the Celtics, the Knicks, the Warriors, the Pistons, the Lakers, the Kings, the Sixers, Atlanta Wizards. It speaks to either a dynamic where it's like one team is very talented, so they're always up, and so they might blow a game here and there, but that's because they're always up. And then there's
Hmm.
us where it's like the times we do get up, we always just blow it. We're not always up on every team, but when we do get up, we're guaranteed to almost blow it. That's what it is. That's what it seems like. That wow.
Yeah, that I was watching that game last night. The Celtics and Miami. That guy, Jimmy Butler, that man, he's something else. He hit some key shots
Jimmy
late
Butler
late
has
late
like
in late in the fourth quarter.
Jimmy Butler has like a gear that he can hit at any given time. He just
Yeah.
saves it for when he needs
Oh
it.
yeah. I mean in overtime, Butler hit like three or four clutch shots late
Fadeaway
in
like
late in
jumper,
overtime.
tough shots too. Very tough
Yeah.
shots.
Oh yeah. But he made them easily.
Mm.
Somebody
That dude
I think
could
Freezy
ball.
tried to join.
if the Knicks have a chance to grab him,
That was
we'll
Greeny.
grab.
Oh, okay. And it's like it it's we're at a talent deficit. We're also at like a coaching deficit. We're at a front office deficit. There's a lot of blame going around, man. There's a lot of
We looking
ugly.
like Swiss cheese around here.
I mean, we're just mediocre. It's not. Yeah, it's not just
Not even
Tibbs, but
mediocre. Cause
yeah,
no, I
D'Angelo's right. Like it's not just Tibbs, but it's like we need to pick a direction. It's just really what we do. Just pick a direction, man.
Do you see if the front office fired Tibbs now? Do you see Johnny Bryant doing any better
He's
with
gonna be
John?
the interim. He's gonna
I,
be the
I don't
interim.
I don't think Johnny Bryant can do any better.
Oh, I don't. I can't make that assumption. I don't think he will, but that new
No.
coach scent gives you a boost. So, but
Yeah.
I don't see him changing much because the talent is going to be the talent. You can try to utilize the talent in a different way. Like for
Yeah.
instance, Hartenstein's passing ability should be used more instead of
Yep.
like making him try to play like Mitch. Yeah, that's the thing. But
So we
it's
have D'Angelo says we are on a stick. It's not just Tibbs. Blow the whole team up.
Right.
I
Right.
agree.
yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I've always put the blame on everyone's shoulders, in my opinion. Like there's
I
certain
I
things I
rather
don't
us
like
I
with
rather us
Tibbs.
I rather us be a lottery team than be this.
Yeah,
Serious.
And so last night when I rocked on the Knicks at Night podcast, this is the exact scenario that I mentioned, right? So if a team, if you're in the fan base and you want to tank, this loss right here should not bother you, right? Because a loss helps the rebuild in the tank. But if you have emotions tied up into this loss, like if you feel bad because we lost, then you don't want to tank. You don't want to rebuild. And don't tell me
mhm.
otherwise, because if you want to tank, if you want to rebuild, you got exactly what you wanted. A loss. Right?
It sucks.
Lee, am I just an old fogey for understanding how to separate emotions?
No, you're not. You're well thought. You were well. How you say a man who thinks very clearly and well
You
enough to
you've been in
know.
this, Freezer. You've been in this long enough to not get your emotions tied up into the Knicks too much, or else you would have had a stroke already. like,
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it, bro. Is this not what you think about it? Randle did his thing. The kids played a lot, right? Like you saw legit, you saw all the kids. You saw Mitch, Sims, and Hartenstein. You saw Obi, you saw Cam, you saw
quickly got 30
McBride,
minutes.
you saw all the young guys play, right? And you didn't see Fournier, right? So if
So
you're the
we
if you're
saw
a
we saw
part of
Derrick Rose though. He needs to go.
geez, Derrick Rose, man, oh
You
my
you
god,
you gotta you gotta wonder every game that Fournier doesn't be put in the game. You gotta wonder what Fournier is thinking. He's probably telling himself, "Is Tibbs ever gonna put me in the game again?"
I, I
So
feel like I feel like
you can
I'm
tell.
keeping real with you, Adam. I feel
Yeah.
like it might be in tandem with the front office where they don't want to play him because they might run the risk of him getting hurt,
yep,
which would
and
Yeah.
completely
then you can't
destroy his
trade
trade
them,
value. Yeah.
and then you
So
can't trade them.
You
and
can
You mess
and
tell.
and the
around,
deadline is the 15th where you can actually trade like newer contracts and stuff like
right?
that. So
Yeah.
we might see him gone before New Year's, to be absolutely
Yeah,
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah. I
Man,
mean,
and
please.
I
you
don't
could.
think Fournier is Fournier. Okay,
I don't
so
think Fournier is a problem.
you saw tonight the Knicks gave up 121, right? And a 5-out offense, right? The knock on Fournier is his defense sucks, right? The Mavs scored 68 points, or I'm sorry, not 68. The Mavs scored
66.
60.
They scored 128, didn't they? Was it?
69. They scored
Who?
69 points. They
Yeah.
scored 69 points in
They scored
the second.
131. Wow.
121. 121.
That's
Okay.
121.
121 to
But
100.
the point of it is not how many they scored, but how many they could have scored. Right?
Oh
They
yeah,
could have.
first
Man,
half.
Hardaway.
They were missing
Hardaway
everything
was,
in the first half.
yeah, and Hardaway was hot as fish grease, right? And then Jason Kidd saw that the Knicks didn't have any more fight, and then so you start seeing the Jaden Hardys, the Theo Pensons, the Frank Ntilikina's. He called off the dogs.
That was the worst third quarter I've ever seen the Knicks play. The Knicks didn't hit a bucket until 2 minutes left in the third. And you know how you go 9 minutes without scoring a bucket?
You know what would actually make me upset if they fired Tibbs and they promoted Rick Brunson as the coach. I would lose my mind. I would actually pull hair out of my head.
I mean,
Dre,
that's
what
crazy.
did you say?
That
If
is
they promoted
crazy.
Brunson, wait.
Freezy, what do you think about that? How do the Knicks go? How do the Knicks go 8 to 9 minutes without scoring a basket straight?
I don't know.
I mean,
It's
that is the
because
worst third
we
quarter
can't
performance I've
shoot.
seen.
We can't shoot, and teams adjust to us.
Right.
They know we want to go into the paint, and when we can't shoot, they take the paint away, and it's just a matter of us bricking our threes that they give us.
And you had to tell the Tibbs on the sidelines probably telling himself, "What in the heck is going on with these guys?
Hey,
They can't hit a basket for 8 minutes in a row."
hey, you know what? And so the thing is, the same thing and so this team right now, no lie, looks like the 2020 team. Lee, you remember how the 2020 team looked?
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, yo, Tibbs was the wrong guy. Remember, we were like 10 and 14 or something.
Mm-hmm.
And we were like, yo, Tibbs is old. The game done passed him by. Because basically, Quentin Grimes is Reggie Bullock. RJ Barrett basically is Alfred Payton. Because when they get run off the line, the only person that can and name 5 shot creators on the Knicks right now.
Brunson and Randle. That's it.
Well, you said Quentin Grimes looked like Frank Ntilikina the other night.
He had 7 early points. What did he finish the game with?
It's the same 7 points.
Who are we talking about?
Quentin Grimes.
Oh, yeah.
Started the game with 7 early points.
Quickly, technically, is a shot creator, but that's about it. Quickly, Randle and Brunson, but they're not. None of them, outside of Brunson, none of them are efficient in isolation.
Right.
It's just, it's like Brunson and the Brunsonettes at this point.
Basically, y'all see, I'm chewing a lot of gum. Right, I'm off sugar. Like I'm cutting out sugar for my diet, bro. I got to do something, bro. I'm about to chew up every piece of sugar-free gum on the East Coast, bro.
What in the world is going on in freezing land?
You're going to have the tightest gums, the tightest jawline ever.
Ever, bro. Ever. I'm cutting out sugar. Man. I'm trying to get back into bodybuilding. So I got to cut out all these wasteful calories.
Yeah, empty calories.
Yeah, man. so
if you're lifting heavy weights, that's the quickest way to lose weight. So,
yep,
lifting heavy.
What do you see tomorrow's final score?
Final score exactly?
Tomorrow night, yeah.
Exactly.
Like I said earlier when you stepped off, that I can see the Cleveland scoring more than 120 points easily tomorrow. The Knicks around 110. So
I see 140.
140 from Cleveland.
Yeah,
Ooh,
What-
wow.
I see it. I can see it.
Oh yeah. Cleveland can score 140 easily. I wanna know what Freezy. What do you think the final score will be tomorrow?
I don't know, boss. I can't pick it exactly because I don't know what kind. Bro, if you're asking me what Knicks team is going to show up tomorrow, who
Oh
knows?
man.
We've been Jekyll and Hyde all year.
Yeah, I
Is
know
it
you.
is it the team? Is it the team that put the defensive clamps on the Milwaukee Bucks that just didn't have enough offense?
Yeah.
Is it the team that ran up the score in the second half in Utah? I mean,
I,
I don't
and
know.
did we put the clamps on the Bucks, or were the Bucks just underperforming because they didn't have Middleton? Because I feel like their normal offensive, like the reason why the Bucks are winning this year is because of their defense. And when they got Middleton back, they dropped 140 last night against a team that has a better defense than the Knicks, by the way. The Lakers. The Lakers play better defense than the Knicks. The Lakers are like a top three defense.
But
And they dropped
Anthony Davis
140
is a
with
bust.
Middleton back. Yeah. Absolutely. But they scored 140 still. And the Bucks are like number one defense in the league. Lakers are like number three. And it was a
Okay,
shootout. And it was a
Oh,
okay.
shootout partially because Middleton came back and added another dynamic to that offense.
yeah.
Oh boy,
And we didn't go against Middleton. And they didn't have
we didn't go against him.
They didn't have Middleton all year until last night. Middleton comes back and they drop their season high in points. So we have to like I don't think we really clamp them. It's just that their offense isn't as dynamic when they don't have that shot creator on the outside that's ever present, always ready to shoot a three or create his own shot from the mid range. So it's
Okay,
but
See,
I
see,
will say we played well against Utah and we shut down Marketing.
okay.
Utah
Well,
came out the game.
let me answer what Adam said. Then Adam, so what I expect to see
hmm,
tomorrow is their man. Listen, Garland is averaging basically 23 a game, right?
oh boy. Oh yeah, him too.
Spider is basically averaging 29 a game, right? What I expect to see tomorrow against Cleveland in the Garden is Donovan Mitchell going off for 40 plus and Garland going off for 30 plus.
Ooh, what about Kevin Love?
Now, I don't think he's going to be that much of a factor. I
Yeah.
think tomorrow is a showcase in the Garden in a primetime slot to let the world know either you're a team with stars or you're a team without.
Okay.
And tomorrow, a team with stars is going to come in here, scorching hot, and we are a team licking wounds in a heart wrenching loss. Because the Knicks, because as a Knicks fan, don't lie. As a Knicks fan, when at halftime of this game that just passed, you thought the Knicks were going to win this game going away when we had a 7 point lead at halftime.
Nope, not a chance.
Mm.
I expect Kevin Love to score 20 points or more tomorrow as well, and Jared Allen to get some of the pie.
I mean, that's what
But
power forwards that can shoot do against us. So,
yeah, I also expected because I said this a few minutes ago, Fuji. I don't know if you heard.
Adam, so you didn't think the Knicks were going to win this game?
Hell no, not by a long shot.
I thought we had a chance
Wow.
because they
Okay,
lost
I'm
to
throwing a flag
Detroit,
on the play.
but
I'm throwing a flag on the play because I don't know if I believe that totally.
But Freezy, what I was about to say is that I said this earlier a few minutes ago. I don't know if you heard that I expect Brunson, Randle, RJ, IQ, and Redditch to have a better performance tomorrow night. I could be wrong, but I expect them to come out and play better. But I still believe that they're gonna lose.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, but I can see the Knicks losing by 10 to 15 points, not by 21.
Okay. All right. I respect that.
That's just my guess.
All right. I respect that, bro. I respect where you're coming from.
Yeah, man, because you can't expect to see Brunson, RJ, Randle, IQ, and Cam to have another bad game. You expect them to come out tomorrow night, playing better basketball. But what are the chances they're gonna beat the Cleveland Cavaliers? It's about 20%.
Uh, Las Vegas had us losing this game. There was a 55% chance that we lost. I don't think anybody saw us getting blown out though.
And this was the
I'm switching headsets. I'll be
worst.
right back.
Okay.
This was the worst second half blowout I've ever seen.
No, it's not. It's one of the worst. One of the worst.
Oh yeah, the Knicks have had a lot of blowouts in their seasons, and years and games of years and years. But this one right here, no one saw this coming. That the Knicks couldn't score a bucket for 8 minutes.
Mm,
Right. You know what that means? The Knicks don't have a secondary playmaker. Lee,
exactly.
I've been saying it for a minute, and Knicks fans
Yes.
don't like when I say it, but the Knicks should have already traded for Conley and Clarkson.
You like
Right.
those two guys, Freezy?
I don't like them.
You don't like them?
No, I don't like them, but I think they solve an issue that we have.
Mm.
Like if you're asking me if I'm in love with Mike Conley and Jordan Clarkson, no. No. Right? Because if you bring in Conley and Clarkson, automatically you can cancel McBride and probably quickly for the rest of the year. Right? If they're not included in trade. Right? Because Conley and Clarkson are going to have to play. They're the Utah Jazz starting backcourt right now on a tanking team. Right? But if you bring them in to be the backcourt off the bench to play with Cam, Obi, and Hartenstein, you can't tell me that's an automatic upgrade over Derrick Rose and quickly. Automatically, right? Because for one, Conley is a traditional pass first point guard like those Chris Paul type guards that we used to see 7 to 8 years ago, right? And with Conley on the floor, now you unlock Cam Reddish and Obi Toppin, right? You're not going to get that from Derrick Rose and quickly, bro. They're not going to unlock each other. Quickly had Obi on a wide open lob tonight that he could have went and got Obi going and quickly Euro to the rim and missed. He got fouled, but bro, give the ball up, bro. You done took enough shots.
Like Conley's at the point in his career where he doesn't even care about shooting. He'll
Right.
if you give him the three, he'll take it. But he's more about getting you into your offensive set and getting the best look for the team.
Right.
And I don't even think at Derrick Rose's best, he was never that type of point guard. It's just he created so much havoc because he was so explosive and athletic where all he had to do was step 1 foot into the paint and he had a mismatch and he had somebody open. And he had to just make a simple one read. Like Derrick Rose was a one read quarterback if you had to say it like that. Yeah.
If you want to, Derrick Rose in his prime, at his peak, was Michael Vick at his peak.
Wow.
That's what it was. Like Michael Vick wasn't going to sit in the pocket and pass the ball 45 times for 372 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Mm-mm.
Michael Vick was probably going to be 13 of 32 with 3 big plays to account for his yardage.
Mm.
In Atlanta.
Exactly.
Now Philadelphia Michael Vick was a different guy.
Yeah, like he figured it out. He
Yeah.
became more cerebral of a player,
Yeah.
and his mechanics are more sound, which is kind of yeah. But like at this point, Derrick Rose is be more suited as a hired gun than whatever he is on his team. Like you need a nurturing
And
point guard on this
Fournier.
team. Yeah, like you need a nurturing point guard on this team, not a guy that's downhill and his best attribute right now is scoring.
Quite frankly, I would do Evan Fournier and Derrick Rose for Mike Conley and Jordan Clarkson, and maybe a sweetener like a young player. Like, why would Utah do that? Why would Utah do that? Right?
I don't.
I'd give them either a young player or a bunch of second round picks.
I don't see those two players gonna make this offense a better offense. I'd rather the front office go after Shai Alexander, Jeremy Grant, and some other star. But Clarkson and Colony, nah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Grant's gonna be definitely out the picture, but I would do everything. I would put all my chips on the table for Shea Gilgeous Alexander. For him, I'm talking about anybody, whatever you want, you can have it. For that young man there.
Yeah. But I don't even think the thing that we could even offer them, they have better versions of it. Like if you want to give them young players, they have that already. You want to give them picks, they have more picks than we have. So it's like the only way Shea is going anywhere is if he says, I want to go somewhere. And then their GM actually acquiesces in it. And he actually gets guys going if they want to leave. And then he gets proper value for said guy. Like he's done it for Paul George, he's done it for Russ, done it for everyone. So like he's done it for what's his name? Victor Oladipo. It's like guys want to go and he wants to get proper value, he pulls the trigger. We don't have anybody in our front office that wants to pull any trigger for any direction. They just want to stand pat and play safe. What Freezy call it, soft landings? That's what we do over in Knicks land. We just do soft landings, soft moves. Nothing that pushes the needle in any direction. It's just complacency and contentness. It's the reason why we had to give up all of them second round picks just to get off these allegedly not bad contracts, but they were terrible contracts given to Alec Burks and Kemba and Noel. We thought they were friendly deals, but when you look at it, soft landings put you in a
Yep.
worse position than anything else.
Right.
It means you don't take a stance on nothing.
Yep.
You're just going to be content.
I
It's not
tell
like the
you,
whole front office got to go. The whole
yeah,
coaching staff got to go. I don't even want Johnny
oh
Bryant
yeah,
here, man. Everybody
yeah.
got to go. It's a stench, man. It's a stench, and a lot of players got to get flipped about here. Anybody
If
that doesn't
this,
fit in the mold of modern basketball needs to get up out the next organization. From
if the,
minds to coaching to players, like I don't
yeah,
like it. But the
yeah,
Utah Jazz are gonna trade everybody. Well, all the vets at least.
yeah. Tibbs and his coaching staff has got to go. Leon Rose and Worldwide West has got to go. Um, but if the front office can't even bring in consistent shooters like Jeremy Grant and Alexander and whoever other consistent shooter star is available out there, and you bring in guys like Conley and Clarkson, heck, the front office has got to go. The Knicks need consistent offensive shooters. And to my eyes, Alexander is a consistent shooter. Jeremy Grant is a consistent shooter. And there's a whole lot of players out there who's a consistent shooter that the Knicks need to make this offense a complete dangerous offense. And if the front office can't make this roster change,
You need players
then
for
the,
that.
then the Knicks gotta clean the house.
It's almost it's almost like a it's
Hey
you
Trey, you
we
want
might,
some?
might
You want Dre, what's your Twitter handle?
I don't really use it. I just lurk. I don't really use it
Oh,
though.
okay,
I
okay,
just I just I just use it for information. I don't really go back and forth. But
okay.
if you wanted to send me anything, I'm on Discord. You can send me something on Discord if you wanted to
No,
contact me.
I can send it to you on the Discord. That's cool.
Yeah. All right.
That's cool. I just wanted you to just see the conversation between me and the Dallas Mavericks YouTube channel.
Got you. All right.
Fridge, you
You
not
could DM
doing
me.
the post game with the Mavs guy?
Yeah, well, we're doing a post game right now, bro.
Oh, okay. I thought you was gonna step off for like a few minutes to
Well,
do
well,
with the other guy.
they're not doing. I thought they were going to do it at 2:30 Central,
Yeah.
right? But
Uh
2:30 Central is past. They're going to do it at
Oh,
7:30 Central, which I just found out. That's why I was trying to get Dre to.
okay. It's 8
wow.
or 8:30 my time.
Yeah,
I'm not 100% sure I'll be home by then because I might have to push something back. But I'll contact you. I'll let you know if I can hang
nah,
around for you.
yeah, no doubt, no doubt. What else should we touch on, Adam? You got anything else to touch on, or y'all want to end it right here? Either way, I'm fine.
We can end it here because I'm still just sitting here like stuck.
Shocked.
Not even shocked, just stuck.
Knicks fans, is this not what you wanted? You wanted a tank or a rebuild. And these type losses are what's going to happen in a tank or rebuild because rebuilding does mean young players are going to get a lot of minutes, and young players played today.
I don't
By
think the
force or
Knicks.
choice?
Yeah. I know.
I,
I know it's either or. I know it's either or.
I don't see this Knicks team being a better offensive team with with young players. Um,
The game,
I
Adam. The
think the
game went off the rails, in my opinion, when they stopped going to Randle. When Randle was, as soon as they went away from Randle, I was like, you know what? That's a mistake right there.
mm,
I don't even know. But the thing is, even if Randall was cooking, they were hitting threes at such a clip. Randall would have to score 70 for us to.
All right. No,
no
no, 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 no.
no
I'm talking about. No, I'm
no.
talking about. We had. I'm talking about early in the game
Oh,
when we got up
okay,
by
okay,
10. When we got up by 10,
yeah.
we could have pushed
We,
that lead to 20, 25, but we didn't, which
especially when
allowed them
Luca
to
got out
stay
the
in
game. Especially when Luca
right.
got out the game.
And you left them around. They cut the lead. They took the lead in the first half. We stretched it again. They came back. They took the lead. We stretched it again. We went into halftime up by 7. And then we gave the Mavs hope.
Yeah.
But if you'd have kept with Randall cooking, and I'm not saying I'm the hugest fan of Randall hijacking the offense because I'm not. But when a player has it going and you're struggling on offense, just go to the guy that's cooking. Like for instance, if it was Quentin Grimes cooking and nobody else was cooking, I'd have been like, yo, just go to Grimes. You
Keep
struggling.
it keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah. But we went away from it. And that's all the Mavs needed. Now we got the Cavs coming in here tomorrow with a point to prove, right? Motivations everywhere. Donovan Mitchell in the Garden. You think the Knicks are going to step up? They couldn't step up against the Dallas Mavericks, who we also had a beef with during the offseason. If you can't step up with the Mavs, who we had a beef with, you know we're not stepping up against Cleveland, who we have a beef with, basically. You know what I'm
And,
saying?
I'm
and they
not gonna
have so
just.
many mismatches for us. Like it's just not a like their power forward is 7 feet tall, and we know Randall struggles with length.
Right.
So
Yeah.
and then they don't have any weaknesses on offense in their starting lineup, so we can't really hide Brunson.
Right.
I'm
Who
gonna
you
And
going to
say.
hide?
athleticism
Because,
and athleticism hurts RJ.
yeah,
So
Uh,
right.
I'm
it's
gonna
just not
say.
looking good.
I'm gonna
Right.
say the first unit and the second unit had a terrible third quarter. Actually,
Okay.
they had this terrible second half period.
Right. Okay.
The Knicks totally went away. the Mavericks turned it up. They got a 20-point lead and 25 and 30. The Knicks were nowhere to be seen.
Right. I don't know where to search for answers right now. I'm merely appealing to Knicks fans' sensibilities right now. Like, if you're a Knicks fan right now, what do you really want? Because tomorrow, think about this next stretch of games, right? So the next two games are Cleveland and Atlanta.
Whew.
If
Oh
the
my
Knicks
God.
don't at least split, then people are going to be out with the pitchforks and torches. If this team drops to 10 and 15 going into that Charlotte game in Charlotte, North Carolina, Friday night, bro, I'm telling y'all, it's going to be. There's nothing worse than a disheartened team on a losing streak. A
Yeah.
disheartened team on a losing streak just doesn't fight. And I'm sorry, I hate to put it that way, but
If the
but
Cavs punch us in the mouth, it's gonna get rough. Cavs come
right,
out on like a 10-2 run,
right,
it's gonna go downhill really fast.
really fast.
Oh yeah. And Dre feels that if the Knicks lose tomorrow night, that's probably gonna be the last time you see Tibbs on the sideline.
It depends
I
how they
don't
lose. It depends
I
how they
don't.
lose, in my opinion.
I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised to see Tibbs on the sideline against the Hawks
Is that Hawks game
and
in
Charlotte
Atlanta or in New York?
In New
in New
York,
York,
Ugh.
and then the
I would have
Knicks
went to that
go.
game if it was in Atlanta. I would have gone to that game, bro. I ain't gonna lie
Like
to you.
yeah, you know the Knicks gonna lose against the Hawks too because they like to let Trey Young
You
do
gonna
his
you gonna go
holding
heckle
holding
somebody or
pick.
just chill?
Nah, nah. What I do when I go to games, usually I try to make 10 to 15 games on the road. Y'all know I waste money doing that. Like, I'll go to Memphis, I'll go to Atlanta, I'll go to DC. I don't like Philly, so I don't go to Philly, but I'll go to Charlotte. I'll try to sneak to Orlando. I don't like
Hmm.
Miami, so I don't go to Miami. But usually, like the Chitlin circuit down here in the South, I'll hit up the Chitlin circuit, right?
So
Right.
would you go to a Pelicans game?
Oh, that's too far.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's too far away, man. That's like asking me if I go to a Pistons game.
Because you said I don't like Miami, so I was like, it's not that much for. Well, is it? My whole
Yeah,
geography is going on
yeah.
because you got to go
See,
through
I
Alabama.
can get on 95 South and take 12 hours to Miami,
Right.
right? And then I got family in Miami
Oh,
too.
so even then, so like you can double
Yeah,
dip, see some other people.
yeah, yeah. It's but they're rowdy. They're rowdy Heat fans, right? They're hood and bougie. They're ghetto fabulous.
That's surprising. That's surprising because every time I see a Heat game, they don't ever come into the game until midway through the first quarter.
Right.
Hmm.
Because they too busy complaining about the temperature of their champagne. My champagne is not cold enough. Bro, I'm serious. Lee, no lie. No lie. 3 games, right? 3 games in different years, not all in one year, not all in different eras, right? And with Pat Ewing era to a Mellow era, and then I think we went like, what's the year we were really? What's the year that we were really bad, but we had heart? Was that the year RJ got drafted? RJ Barrett rookie? Yeah,
uh,
Yeah.
I was
yeah,
gonna say maybe the year where Mike took over, not Mike Woodson, but the other Mike, White
yeah.
Mike.
Mike Miller. The year Mike Miller took over. Yeah, that's it. Where we were really bad, but we had heart. Bro, 3 different eras of Knicks basketball. You go, and I'm like, what time the game starting? And you watch the game that's going on, and it's like 4,000 people in the arena,
Hmm.
right?
He out here watching Chasson Randle try his real hardest to get over his screen.
Yeah, nah, it was John. Was it John Jenkins?
Or was it Ron Baker?
Ron Baker, John Jenkins. I forget, but anyway, yo, you go to the concession stand, like you know how you go use the bath. Y'all know what it is. The beer drinkers.
Yeah.
You know how you have that second beer and you take that rush trip to where the bathroom at, where the bathroom at. You know what I'm saying? You know how you take that trip and then you see the concession stand open. You're like, okay, I'm just come over here and see what's over here. You be the only person in line. You be talking to somebody, and then you see a bum rush of people come through the like you know how they have the glass up at American Airlines where they have the turnstiles or whatever, and you know the metal detectors and all that. And so people like you see a bottleneck there, you like, oh crap, here they come. Let me hurry up and like buy this hot NBA jersey or whatever. Like you know how you at the time my son was a Sixers fan. I think he still is a Sixers fan. But at the time, I think Damian Lillard was a hotness in the NBA. So you know, you go over there, you buy the Damian Lillard jersey, you try not to let people see you with it because you're not really a Blazers fan, but your people, you know how it is.
Hmm.
Go back to your seat, you sit down, and come everybody making noise, and they ain't even talking about the game. They just like making noise to make noise, right? But anyway, y'all know how y'all been to NBA games, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
and what I would advise if you have not been to an NBA game outside the city, go to an NBA game outside. Go to Boston, right?
I would love to go to San Francisco and watch the Golden State Warriors
Uh,
in their
Fraser,
build in their
how far is
house.
Boston away from the city? 6 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah, like go to a Boston game, bro. Just get in your car, or have your car service drive you up to Boston. Go to the
It's
Garden.
it's it's less than 6 hours. It's like four. It's like
Okay,
four.
okay,
Yeah, it depends where you are.
yeah.
But
So
if I'm driving, I make it about 3 hours and 15 minutes. If I'm driving,
if I'm going, it'll probably be about 5 hours from the time I leave my door to the time. No, it'll be about 5.5 hours. By the time I leave my door to the time I sit down in my seat, it'll probably be about 5.5 hours. Because you got to find parking,
Yeah,
the
man.
crowd. You know what I'm saying? And then the experience is real, bro. Like when you go, like legit, when we go to show, we'll go to Charlotte Friday, right? Charlotte fans are gonna heckle us. We're gonna be out there, and it'll probably be they play sit like 17, 18,000. It'll probably that game probably won't be sold out. So it'll probably be about 9,000 Knicks fans and about 5,500, 6,000 Charlotte fans. And we're gonna get heckled by them the entire time.
So Frizzy, you sometimes take the Knicks watch live on the road?
No,
No.
that would kill his
no.
phone battery, man.
Yeah. Yeah, and then plus two, this thing is so new. We're experimenting with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
If we do a live watch along like we normally do, say Friday, what we would do is ask the normal cast of characters to do the same stuff that they normally do, right? And then I'll be at the game and I'll just jump in and out, show live footage or whatever.
Mm,
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So and I could show live footage off my phone because it's mine.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean? So yeah. So anyway, the point that I'm getting at is man, this team, bro, we are in a tough spot. If we don't win one of these two games, I think was if we win tomorrow, Tibbs is saved for at least another week. If we
That's
lose
not
to
happening.
Cleveland, Atlanta is a must win. If we lose to Atlanta after losing to Cleveland, I think Tibbs is gone.
We ain't gonna beat Atlanta because they keep letting Trey Young bowl on the floor. You keep letting Trey Young let that ball roll all the way up the court like he's bowling. How are you gonna beat Atlanta like that?
Yep.
And they can't stop Trey Young. So how do you expect the Knicks gonna beat Atlanta?
I wish we could, Adam. You know what? I wish we could do a thing. I looked into. I'm in a conversation with a with the ticket office from the Garden. bro, I honestly I don't have $9,400.
Hmm.
If I
Oh
had
my God.
$9,400, bro, I would invite all of y'all to sit in the suite with me, man, and we just watch the game. Right? I
Oh,
just
that
don't
would be
have that kind of bread, bro.
nice. That would be nice to invite some Nick fans in the panel to go to some Nick games. Oh
Bougie
yeah,
Knicks fans, they would have been up there
in the
complaining.
suite.
Man,
Oh,
these sweet, the temperature in here ain't right. You're not Knicks fans, bro. You can't please a Knicks fan, bro. You just can't please them, bro.
That's why you tell those fans to stay home.
Right? Lee, you can't please them, bro. You cannot. These, man, they serving sausage dogs. They know I don't eat pork. Bro, what? You at the garden in a suite.
Be
James
quiet.
Dolan is legit. James Dolan is 800 feet away from you, bro.
mm. And James Dolan hasn't done a thing.
Right.
Or not yet. Not yet, but
Is he ever
we
planning to?
might. James Dolan has taken the approach of letting front office do whatever they got to do. Like he tried to take that with Phil. He's trying to do it with this one, but at some point he's gonna get fed up and do something like he always does.
He'll do something, bro.
Wow,
I think.
TCU lost. I don't know if you keep up
Wow.
with college, but they just lost.
Yeah. And USC lost last night.
Yep. So we
Football team.
yeah. So you might see Ohio back. Well, I think it's a given now. Ohio's going to be back in that playoff. You have to see a rematch with them in Michigan again.
Yeah, man.
Any of you guys are Yankee fans or no?
I'm a Mets fan, unfortunately. Mets fan over here.
What fans, Adam?
Any of you guys are Yankee fans? No.
No.
Yeah, the Yankees on the other hand are waiting on Judge to see if he's gonna sign with the Yankees or not.
If Judge leave, listen, this is how things impact the Knicks, right? If Judge leaves the Yankees and goes somewhere else, it's an indictment on the city of New York, bro.
Oh my
Because
God.
because the Grom left, and if Judge leaves, that means superstars just don't want to play here, bro. It don't matter the sport.
There's no superstar want to play with the Knicks. Period. We haven't had the only superstar we had in the Knicks was Carmelo. That's it. What other superstar wants to come play for the Knicks?
What superstar does the New York area have right now?
Damn. if Judge left? Damn.
Saquon
wow.
Saquon's not a superstar. Saquon is good. He's popular in the tri-state
He could have been a
area.
superstar if he stayed healthy, but that ship is gone now.
Yeah.
The last one that could have been was OBJ because he had the characteristics and the traits and he was marketable and all that stuff.
And the Giants traded him to purgatory.
Wow. I'm really thinking about we really don't have no superstars if Judge were to leave.
Right.
Well, the only superstar we have is Carmelo. We could have had Donovan Mitchell, but
when did we trade Melo in 2017? Is when we traded Melo 2018?
We drafted 2017 because we drafted KP in 2016 and he played a year with Melo.
Yep, and RJ was traded in 2019, and they never played together.
Which is horrific because KP's skill set is everything that RJ needs to function on the court. Like KP is low usage and he shoots the three.
And he's a weak side shot blocker.
Brunson's
exactly.
Right?
It's unfortunate. Right? Brunson is not a superstar.
No.
Would y'all entertain Fournier, Rose, and a couple of first round picks to Washington for KP?
For who?
Yes. I will bring him back. If he could just stay healthy, there was nothing wrong with him if he stayed healthy. It was just his brother that muddled everything up. Because he has resentment. KP himself has resentments about how everything happened.
Right, excuse me, y'all.
What player were you talking about, Fishy?
Would we take KP back for the trade?
Yeah.
KP?
Yeah.
Who's KP?
I would take him back.
Porzingis.
Kristaps Porzingis?
Who?
Wow. Oh wait. Oh, he's being funny. He's being
Yeah.
Whoever's
funny.
KP is, no, I wouldn't take him back.
He's being funny
Others,
about the snake.
Others would beg to differ, bro. Others
I
would
would I
like
would
that.
take him back.
Others would like to see that 5 out stretch 5.
That actually protects the rim.
That actually is a weak side shot blocker next to Mitch.
Oh, you're talking about Porzingis, right?
Yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't
I would take him
I
back.
wouldn't
I
bring
mean,
Porzingis back.
for this roster composition, he makes a hell of a lot more sense than any big we have on this team at this current moment. Any big.
Right.
Any big.
Right. Right.
It, I don't hate KP. I feel like a lot of that was his brothers doing, like pushing the envelope, and then we didn't really succumb and like give everything up to that brother because that brother was asking for a whole lot of amenities and just to be worshipped as he came in here, and KP only wanted the honors, but KP looked up to his brothers to a fault, like he idolized his brothers. So he just it was just a lot. It was just a lot in a lot of people in his ear.
But KP was a kid at the time.
Yeah.
Now he's a man.
Well, yeah, he was what 22, 23 when it happened.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not about to hold that against him forever. And we keeping it a buck. KP is the best draft pick we had since Patrick Ewing. So
Yeah.
so
Easy.
no matter what we say about him, he's easily the best draft pick we've had since Patrick Ewing.
Easy.
We
fouled that up.
If that ACL didn't happen, I don't know what his ceiling would have been looking like.
Right.
But ACL kind of just derailed everything, and then him playing with Luka, being forced to like be completely out of the way, and it kind of screwed up his whole trajectory. That too, like he didn't like how New York treated Melo in the chat. He said he didn't like how New York treated Melo.
And
So,
I don't blame him. I don't like how New York. I don't like how the Melo thing ended either. Right. A lot of that was Melo's fault, though.
some of it, yeah,
Right.
absolutely. Some of it was Melo's fault. Like you would hear the moans and groans when he would go into isolation before he even got into his move. But if we had to keep it a buck, that roster was trashed. A lot of those rosters was trash.
Y'all didn't like
So
Bill
we
Walker?
Oh my god, those rosters were so bad that D'Antoni thought he could make Melo a point forward. That's how bad the rosters were.
Right.
He was like, Melo, you be a point forward, when that was never in his skill set to be a point forward. Like average 5-6 assists. He was a 2-3 assist guy. That's it. At 25 points. Yeah. At 25 points.
I want to say, if this Knicks front office really wants to bring stars to New York, they would have brought in a front office guy that is so good at his job and has skills to bring stars to New York, and bring in a coach that stars want to play for.
And with
That's the only way you're going to see the Knicks get some stars.
We thought that was Phil Jackson and Fizdale. If you
Yeah.
We thought Fizdale was going to bring a superstar here because he's cool with LeBron, and he was on the Heatles coaching staff, and he's a players coach. And we thought Phil was going to be that guy because Phil is the Zen master and superstar. He reigns superstars in, and the whole time Fizdale was a goof that really didn't know how to put together like a cohesive unit, and Phil let the game pass him by, and he put like a trash product on the court outside of drafting KP.
A very trash product. Very
like there are certain things that Phil Jackson got right. Like Phil Jackson can identify talent for sure, like high end talent, because he wanted to trade KP for Booker. He wanted to trade KP for Laurie, and look at Laurie now. So he could identify talent that like high end talent, But the others, the role players, no, because I want to say this: the what you depended on a role player for in the '90s and the 2000s is different than what you depend on a role player for now.
Right.
Back then, you needed toughness and the ability to play within the system and all this other stuff. The tertiary players now have to be able to pass, dribble, and shoot if they're good, and play a bit
Right.
of defense. And so he let that part of the game pass him by. He could just only recognize the high end talent.
Can you imagine a front office of the New York Knicks with a coach that draws stars' attention, that wants to come play for the Knicks? And imagine a front office bringing in players like Anthony Simon, Damian Lillard, Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell,
I think
and
coaches are relatively
can,
irrelevant to
yeah,
stars wanting to go wherever they want to go.
can you
I don't
imagine
think I don't think stars care about coaches. Like
some
Okay.
if they're
not all
teaming
of
up
them,
together, I don't think they care.
but could you imagine what this Knicks roster would be with those type of players? We'll be on a
It would be
10, 15
marginally
game winning
better.
streak.
It would be a marginally better because we still have
Yeah,
fundamental issues with the lack of shooting and the lack of athleticism
yeah,
and the lack of defense. We would still have fun. We would have the superstar, and then we would have the same issues around the superstar. So, like in the margins, the superstar will make us look better, like closing games out.
Yeah.
We would look better in isolation. But when breakdowns happen, the superstar is not going to save us when our defense is horrendous. From we got 2, 3 guys on the court that can't play defense really well, and then we have 2, 3 guys on the court that can't shoot. Like the
Right.
superstar can only lift so much weight, especially in this era of the NBA when every other team has shooters or 3 and D guys.
yeah. But I
There's a
feel like
reason. Like, hold on, Adam. There's a reason why when teams get superstars, they try to flood the team with guys that can shoot or play defense. That's it. That's your role. Space the court for Luka, and try to play defense with Luka. And we don't have those types of guys. We just have
yeah.
ham sandwiches.
See, I feel like
I'm
if the
talking about
Knicks,
dry ham sandwiches too. You don't even give us no mayo.
No mayo, no
Oh
nothing.
God, no
yeah,
mayo, no mustard, no nothing. Just plain. Just
I
Straight,
look
straight
I
jailhouse sacks.
Yeah.
I look at it like the Knicks
Brown
had.
paper bag.
I look at it like if the Knicks had a roster with those type of players, it would allow the Knicks to win more and lose less, and have a really solid record, and be in top four in the East. That's how I
I
look at it.
I feel like a star would probably well, a star would probably make us like maybe finish the season 45-37 or something like that. Like he would win in those margins, but it wouldn't
Right.
unless it's like a generational talent. It wouldn't make us like a 55 win team or anything like that or a true contender. Like for hypothetically, if we were to throw Giannis on his team, he's not fixing all the holes on his team. If
No.
that makes
No,
sense.
no,
And
you're gonna
Giannis
you're
is
gonna need more than
arguably
that.
Giannis is arguably the best player in the league. But what do you need around Giannis? You need shooting. You need shooting and shot creators, and we do
Like,
not have that.
like I
We
like
don't
like
have it, and you need
if we
defenders too.
if we had players like those players I just mentioned, like you'd be looking at the Knicks with a record of 60 and 22.
What players did you mention again?
Um, Anthony Simon, Damian Lillard, Donovan Mitchell, Jason Tatum.
But
Uh,
I just told you. I just
like
told you.
those type of players, we would have had a solid record
They
and be in the
then
playoffs.
we'd make the playoffs, but not be a threat. All those players that you're naming, they all need a specific type of player around them that we don't have. And if we're keeping it real, the reason why Damian Lillard has fallen short is because he didn't have those types of players around him. They didn't have a bunch of wing defenders on the Portland Trailblazers. He was settled down with his second best player was a guard that was smaller than he was. Like,
Right.
and the reason why the Celtics are good is because they have waves and waves of wings that can all shoot
Yep.
and play defense. So if you add the superstar, he is not going to plug these holes up. We have terrible roster construction. You could put prime Kobe on this roster, and we would still be mediocre. And I'm being dead serious.
Right.
There is so many things fundamentally wrong with this team, from a roster composition standpoint, from principles that the coach preaches. Like there's a lot of blame to go around.
There's too much stuff going on, bro.
Yeah, so you can't just say if we had Damian Lillard. Well, Portland had Damian Lillard, and they made the playoffs a lot, but were they ever really a threat? No, because they never had the particular types of players to mask Damian Lillard's flaws.
Okay.
Whereas, like, the Warriors always had two-way players that could pass, dribble, shoot, that were high IQ. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need those types of players. You need Swiss knives.
Okay.
Right.
We don't have that. We just have one-way guys and limited skill with low IQ.
Right.
You gonna do Knicks at night, Freezy, or nah? Because you might do that Mavs thing.
Let's play it by ear because I what I noticed here lately is I've been trying to get on in certain stitches of time, and then think so today is Saturday. Today is the day I usually dedicate the most. You know what I'm saying? Because I usually do the 6 other days hardcore. Like basically it starts tonight. I do the Big Boss Man Roundtable. I record that on Saturday nights and publish it Sunday morning, right? And then new school Knicks, old school Knicks, right? And so and then plus we have a game tomorrow at 6. So we do new school, old school, and then tomorrow's game. So, I want to come on tonight, but I won't be able to host it because I'll be doing the Big Boss Man Roundtable recording with Woodshed and whoever is the guest. But if y'all want to come on and rock, if y'all don't mind rocking in my absence, like somebody take the moderation mantle and just read the super chats, make sure people don't turn it into a ball fight, man, we good.
Coach is pretty good at it in Greedy too, but I don't know if they're available at that time. And if I am, then I'll volunteer. But can you pass admin? Like, can you pass my like permissions to people, Freezy, or how does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. No, man, ain't nothing to it. Matter of fact, I can be present for both. It don't even matter. I mean, I try to do the Big Boss Man Roundtable at like 10:30.
Yeah.
9:30, 10:30, something like that. We record for 50 minutes. And then there's post-production where I have to gussy it up and make it presentable before I put it out as a video. And then we can do like a live stream tonight at like 11:30-ish to maybe 2:15. But being mindful that New School Knicks comes on at 9. You know what I'm saying? So then it's 9 to 11 and then 11 to 1. And then I'll probably go take one of those Sunday afternoon naps. Hey, Lee, you haven't lived until you had a Sunday afternoon nap, bro, after you ate lunch, bro?
Oh, yes, I have. Yes, I have. You crazy?
Have like a nice lunch and then take that nap in a recliner? What?
Bro, let me tell you something. Bro, I'm going to break this down to you. See, because, when I come off the road, right, and when I come home on the weekends, and like we have a late breakfast. Like I don't start cooking breakfast till about maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock. And by the time I'm done, after I clean up everything like that, eat, if the Giants aren't on, I put on a movie and the movie starts watching me.
Bim. And you know what my alarm clock is? When I knock the remote on the floor. You know how you knock the remote? Yo, what was that? What was that?
No,
So,
mine's my 4-year-old dad. Come on, wake up, play with me.
You right. Oh
All right,
man.
you already know.
So Freezy, you may not do the late night podcast tonight.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh,
No, I said I have
Playing
to
it
do
by
the
ear.
boss man. Yeah, I'm just
yeah.
playing it by
Okay.
ear about if we do it, what time, taking into account
Yeah.
that there is a night crew and a day crew, and
Yeah.
the day crew is not cognizant of what the night shift does, and the night shift is not cognizant of what the day shift does, and then with me being present for both is like,
It's like a
do you
juggling act.
yeah, like you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
So
man.
number one chief rocker, aka Zen. What do they call Phil? Zen
Zen
something. They call
master,
him
Zen
Zen
master, yeah,
Master. Hey, you gotta manage egos and personality.
yeah, man, yeah, man.
Do
So
do you do you know if a coach is available tonight, Freezy?
coach just texted me a second
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
Said he fell asleep during the game, slept through all his alarms. So
I don't
so
blame
he'll
Yeah,
it, man.
probably
I
I don't
don't
blame
blame him.
Coach, man.
I don't
yeah,
blame him. You
yeah,
see the Knicks getting blown out. Why not fall asleep? Yeah.
Shoot,
yeah.
I started to turn the game off, man.
Hey, look, man, sleep is more productive than watching the Knicks, man.
At this point, duly noted, great
Yeah,
observation.
Yeah.
Right?
But I feel like if you do come on tonight, Freezy, coach might come on.
Yeah, coach, I'm gonna
Yeah.
talk to him after we wrap up here. I'm gonna call coach and see if he can rock tonight.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and see if he can start rocking it in that way. I can kind of
do your
manage
thing.
manage both. Yeah.
Do your thing.
Yeah.
You're gonna come back sometime that night, Freezy.
Probably I'll kick in the door with my intro. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah. Hey, Adam, I tell you what.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna tell you, right? I'm not gonna tell you anything else. I'm just gonna let you see this. I'm coming with the heat though. I'm clutch with the free throws. Never seen the street close. Orange tears to the depth. Always gon' rep. Gon' rock the spot. Till it ain't nothing left. You may know him from the next morning drive in the morning. And you may know him from the Knicks at Night podcast. Give it up for Florence here, very own Uncle Freezy. Yeah. So Adam, if the show is rocking and you see that come on, guess who's showing up on the screen?
Yeah, man. The number one sheep rocker, Uncle Freezy.
Chief Rocker.
Hey, Freezy, how do you get those certain people that come on panel? How do you get their theme song?
I create them.
Yeah,
Oh,
great. So
Yeah,
that
I
was
create.
a man of many hats. That was his Randy Watson voice right there. I
Yeah,
saw
Randy
that.
Watson.
that's cool, Freezy. That's cool.
And so that's one of the things. That's why you know what I'm saying, I anoint myself as a number one chief rocker, because a lot of people on it. Basically, what I do, I have a threshold. You have to get to 200 shows. You got to get to 200 shows in order to get an intro. You know what I'm saying? So once you get about and I'm talking about 200 appearances. Like you got to be like at somewhere like 200 appearances to get like an intro or something. So some people have been coming on 3 times a day with me. You know what I'm saying, to try to get there. Like I don't just do intros for people that show up and rock for like a month or so, man, because
No fly
it's
by
too much.
nights.
Yeah, it's too much work. It's too much work, man. You know what I'm saying? For people just show up. One dude showed up on the screen. He just showed up like 2 times. It was like, where's my intro?
Man.
It's like, I'm not playing you no intro.
So basically, I have to walk with you much longer before you decide to give me an intro.
No. It's not about me deciding,
Yeah.
right?
You earning.
Think about what I said. I said 200 shows.
Oh, wow.
You have to decide if you want to do 200 appearances or not me.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things, like, But anyway, you know what? Miss Mocha just bought lunch for me, man. It's been we got a late start to the day. I'm gonna get out of here so that I can prepare for the joint with the Dallas Mavericks. Of course, Dre. Whenever I figure this thing out with them, then I'll let you know.
Bet.
Then we'll do the joint tonight probably. I don't know what time, but I'll talk to Coach about it and see what Coach can do. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
And if he can't do it, I'll do it, right? But it'll probably just be later. Instead of starting like 10:45, 11, it may be like 11:45, 12.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I'll see you if I'm up.
Yeah, man.
I'll be waiting.
You know what I'm saying? Enjoy your lunch with your missus, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. I'm great.
Get that QT in.
Yeah, man. No doubt. Thank y'all for watching, man. Peace, y'all.
All right.
Peace.